This year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Folsom Chevy's making it very easy to get into a new truck. 0% financing for 5 years. No payments for 90 days on all new Silverado half-ton trucks in stock sold in July. Get details at folsomchevy.com or swing by the Folsom Auto Mall.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
Thank you for being with us. I want to make sure Alan's with us because, as you may have heard moments ago, Matt mentioned to Alan that Dave's response to Alan today on Dave's show was posted on social media, and ever since he heard that, Alan has been glued to his phone. So I just want to make sure we're good and that you're ready to proceed.
No, we're good. It wasn't.
You got some other stuff going on there. Texting somebody? Okay.
No, my phone. I don't know. We're in the twilight zone in this studio. The Wi-Fi has been very weird on mobile. So my phone kind of tripped out, and I turned it off before crosstalk.
Oh, okay.
And then, which I never do. And then when I turned it on, it just, I finally got it back. So we're good.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, we're good. No, I couldn't look up the Dave stuff because my phone was acting up, but feels like I didn't miss very much.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it didn't seem to create much of a stir.
Well, they got a whole segment out of it. So, and I know a lot of you are P1 listeners. Just let me know. Did I miss anything in the morning? Okay, because I know a lot of you listen, and we appreciate it. We love you. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But if you caught what Dave had to say to me, I don't have time to listen back to it now. But let me know, is it worth my time?
Just be careful, because we know there are some jackals out there
that
would seize this opportunity. There are some people that would not be above seizing this opportunity to tell you Dave said something he didn't really say.
That's true.
Just to, get you agitated.
I trust the crew. And I know who I can trust, and I know who might, change some things around a little bit.
Do you trust me in my plan to fix the Kings like that and make them instantly relevant? Like
Interesting.
That? Do you trust me?
Yes. Why not?
You probably shouldn't, but all right. Thanks.
Yeah, I have no choice.
Okay, we know that the official word on LeBron is he may be waiting to see if any of the teams that he wants to play for sign AD, bring in AD, or bring in Kyrie. right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but that's apparently, I think it was Mark Stein saying that's what some GMs around the league believe. Has a team ever won fewer than 25 games one season and then won the title the next year? The answer is yes. The Boston Celtics did that. 2007, 2008 Boston Celtics. They won 24 games. Then they went out and they got KG and they got Ray Allen and they won a championship. So why can't the Kings do that? You want optimism? Why can't the Kings be the second team ever to win fewer than 25 games and win a championship? You trade Domas for AD. You trade Zach and whatever for Kyrie. LeBron says, wow, they're making a super team in Sacramento. Boom, Allen, here you go. We're having a little fun here to start.
Right, okay.
Boom.
I mean, here's the thing, though.
Instant relevance.
Here's the thing, though. Couldn't you make the argument that if LeBron truly wanted to take himself into a different category that Michael Jordan ever was in, it would be even just to take the Kings to the Western Conference Finals, right? I know
But he knows he can't do that. He knows
Well,
that wouldn't happen.
No, but I'm saying based on what you
mean
just
with
said.
what I'm, okay. I
with
thought
what
you
you're
meant like
cooking
on his own.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
not if he just comes here tomorrow. I'm saying based on what
Right.
you're cooking up.
Yeah.
If he said, you know what, maybe I'm looking at
I
this
see.
all wrong.
You're
right?
coming into the kitchen. You want to help me cook it up a little
Right.
bit. I'm sorry.
If he goes to the Cavs and he's just the next piece and he wins another championship with the Cavs, there will still be, and last week, or 2 weeks ago, we did the whole LeBron, Kobe, Jordan conversation, right? So LeBron wins one, and it's no given either, right? And I think LeBron needs to think about that too. There's a good chance you don't win one. So if you don't win one, how can you gain the most value on your career without winning a ring?
Right.
Going to the finals with the Cavs when, yeah, they blew it last season, but they were already a solid team. That ain't doing anything. You have to win. And even if you win, at that point, what? He'd be at 5? So he still would. You're not catching Jordan. So you'd be at 5,
Right.
even if you
or
win
Kareem
one.
or Bill Russell.
Exactly.
Close.
So you're not catching him. Maybe you get to 5. Still going to be tough. Maybe you even get to a finals. Now, if you say, look, I'm going to do something no one
Unprecedented.
exactly has ever done, and get my buddies to work together, come out to Sacramento. It's where he started his career.
That's right.
King amongst kings.
Close to his home in L.A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have a couple, well, I know this is last year, but you have a good run. You get to the second round. You get to the Western Conference Finals. And people would say, you know what? LeBron, relatively speaking, you know what this is, Whitey? As Matt was talking about his golf game, still just, the humble brags about golfing with bosses or whatever. But it's not about that. It's the same thing as a handicap. You could say, LeBron going to the second round of the Western Conference Finals with the Kings is dang near equal to getting to the finals, or dare I say,
equal. It might be more impressive.
It might be, especially, I know the Cavs, some people are talking about moving James Harden, whatever the case may be. And some of the other teams he's looking at, I did see something, Whitey, all jokes aside. And a lot of people are talking about the LeBron thing, and we're having some fun with it. I saw something that basically broke down, look, I don't know that LeBron is really dragging this thing out and wanting people to talk about him and doing the narcissist thing. He honestly might not love any of his realistic options.
Yeah.
He might not be in love with them, which would explain why he was annoyed with Adam Silver, because he's saying, look, I got one more year. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the best possible situation. And clearly there might maybe last week there was a little bit of, I'm going to drag this out. But going into this week, it seems like LeBron might not be in love with any of the options that are in front of him right now.
Yeah, especially if there's a sense that some of these teams that he could join, that they're not fully formed yet. Like, wait, well, why do I want to go there? I want to know what's going to happen with my guys yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might have to trade some draft picks to make this happen. And maybe in the long term, maybe that come back to bite you a little bit, probably would. But, of course, we don't know what the situation is now with draft picks and lottery reform. But you go out and you get LeBron here in Sacramento, and you get AD, and you get Kyrie. Hello!
Yep. Just remake it.
Yeah.
Just remix it.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
the king joins the kings. Although I know Malik in Arabic means king.
Right. Yeah. And he can stay.
Yes.
He can stay.
We got to see what Bronny thinks.
That's right. Would you say that anything would be on the line if in this crazy universe we're talking about, if you're Scott Perry, would you say, hey, if LeBron is interested and they want to do something like this, all these first rounders got to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to, right? I mean, like I said, this isn't going to happen.
Right.
But you can't say, I don't know, the 2030 draft is supposed to be solid. You'd have to do it.
We're in multiverse, I don't know, Alan, 878 or whatever.
That's
like
right.
That. Yeah.
That's right. It's the one where Into the Spider-Verse, that Spider-Man doesn't become Spider-Man.
Exactly.
That's the one.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to do it. And look, we know that there are people in that Kings building that would say, no, this is happening. I don't care who we have to give up to get it done. Obviously, it's not going to happen. But I do think it's fascinating that initially the thought of LeBron being annoying is starting to go out the window, and it's starting to turn into maybe LeBron actually doesn't know where he's going to go or is trying to wait for something. That it feels like, and I know Anthony Slater was on the Four Letter Network yesterday, and the Warriors are just more, it's pretty bold for them to just talk about the future and post Steph Curry the way they have. And, some of that I put on Steph. He's not a bleep hole. He's not going to make anybody do anything they don't want to do. But, that could also be understood or misconstrued as, hey, Steph is good with where he's at. He's good with the four. He's just kind of chilling, playing golf. And if he gets one, he gets one, because he's clearly not in their ear saying what the heck is going on. And with that being said, that Anthony Davis stuff, as much as whoever is trying to will it, it doesn't seem like it's happening, which means that the LeBron thing is not happening. So if LeBron doesn't have the Warriors as an option, and I know his daughter, Zuri, who is a star volleyball player, she's hitting that age where LeBron doesn't want to, move her. And I know she's probably coming of age in LA. So he has said he doesn't want to move her. So you look at those factors. Okay, it is only 1 year, fam. I'm just going to be in Cleveland for a year and you guys stay in LA. I know they're super close knit. I don't know that they want to do that. Sounds like LeBron doesn't want to do that. So when you factor all those things in, there aren't a lot of great options.
Yeah, I'm with you. Here's the problem if I'm LeBron, which I don't think I am. But if I'm LeBron, wherever I want to go here, whatever my options are, any one of them in a way, any one of these options that we believe is laid out for him, in a way, for a guy who's done what he's done with his resume, for a star of his magnitude, it's kind of unbecoming. Like, I'm going to go play, one more year in Cleveland or where at Philadelphia. It's like he's almost like an add-on, almost like a novelty act.
Right.
For LeBron, this kind of gets into what DeMarcus Cousins was saying last week. Like, we don't let our great stars we don't let them exit as gracefully as they used to. I don't know if that's true, but I could see how that would be one of the things if you're LeBron. To your point, you're looking at all these options like, there's pros and cons for every one of them, but there's a con for every one of them.
Another thing too, as I look, we had this conversation about Westbrook and DeRozan, and obviously LeBron ain't going to be coming off the bench the same way Russ probably will, the same way DeMar probably will. But isn't there a conversation based on where he would go? The conversation is mostly about, okay, well, LeBron got 5, but what was he in the 5th, with the 5th? Now, I'm looking at his stats now, 20.9 points per game, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, which is still ridiculously solid, right? 60 games played. He played 33 minutes a game. So if he goes to the Sixers or he goes to the Cavs, if he's the third option, and I know there are a lot of LeBron haters out there anyway, does it even get looked at the same way? Well, LeBron won 5, but the 5th was him as a third option.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He runs a risk of being something of a footnote.
Yeah.
To the extent that LeBron could ever be just a footnote. By the way, here in the chat, Holistic Field says, I don't want LeBron anywhere near our area code. 11th North says, LOL, it would be 2 years of garbage, then 4 years of no firsts and endless crying about it. And by the way, Mark Hundley says, I heard it, talking about what Dave said about you. I heard it. Not worth talking about. At the end of the day, we all want to see the Kings' success. So
yeah, I'll take Mark's word for it. I think it might be Mark. I'll take your word for
Marcus
it.
Hundley. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Marcus Hundley.
Take your word for it, Marcus.
Yeah.
We'll let it go. Like I said, there have been times where I get on these airwaves and immediately people are chiming in. Alan, did you hear this? Did you hear that? That wasn't the case.
Maybe he was trying to smooth things over.
Well, yeah. And, and maybe I'll fire it up on like 1.5x on the way to the River Cats game, 2x speed, whatever it is. But, the reality is Dave has his thoughts on how the Kings are going to get back into this thing. I have my thoughts, but I don't think there's anybody out there that was of the mindset that the Kings were going to contend, I should say, at a high level this season. So if my Summer League take was used as a pivot, cool. But yeah, there was no way, shape, or form where Summer League opened my eyes to the Kings are going to be bad. No, that wasn't.
Maybe Summer League was so sobering that the powers that be will look at the Whitey plan, huh?
I mean,
get Rich Paul on the phone.
Yeah, he ain't. Yeah. I think he lose my number. I'll call you when Zach. Actually, he doesn't. Well, he still has Doug. Mm-hmm. But are there any more clutch players after Zach's gone? I don't know.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, right. There's Zach and there's Doug, and until the next go round.
Yeah. Look, Zach can go somewhere else where he wants to go. This obviously helps your client, Doug.
Right.
Doug would benefit from this
they would greatly benefit from it.
Yeah.
Greatly.
Now, in reality, obviously the Kings are in no position to make any kind of run at LeBron. And in fact, it appears they're not even in the running to get Mario Hezonja.
No.
But this was more fun to talk about.
That's right. Now, we don't know if they wanted to be in the running for Mario Hezonja. I'm still flabbergasted. That's the tape that I need to grind because I'm still flabbergasted that a dude cannot play in the league for 5 years.
Want him, Alan. Contenders want him.
Doesn't that just mean that free agency is just trash this year? No disrespect to Mario, but dang it, we're out on the Hezonja sweepstakes. No.
Well, it's not just the quality of the players; it's the fit. He does a lot of things. He's probably not going to be expensive.
So why didn't anybody go get him sooner?
I'm not sure that he had made himself available sooner. I don't know. It's a fair question.
Yeah,
I mean, no one even has him yet. But a big part of that also is some people are waiting to see what LeBron does.
Yeah. I mean, there's the LeBron sweepstakes.
You want LeBron or
the Hezonja sweepstakes.
You got DeMar in there as well.
That's right. And now watch Hezonja get signed before DeMar. We just like his fit. The stuff that he can do.
I'll bet you Hezonja signs before Russell Westbrook. I could be wrong.
Well,
I could be totally wrong.
Have we heard anybody? I know there was something, but it's all just Wizards, right?
Whatever that was, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've seen. Some of the names, Whitey, and like I said, it's been so long. I think this is pretty. I think this is pretty much up to date here on Spa Track. LeBron, you got Harden, and I know Harden is, I think, waiting as well for LeBron. Draymond Green, who's also waiting. Kuminga, Kelly. Then it's just a huge drop off. Kuminga at 23
This
mil.
is the free agent class?
Yeah, then after that, the next highest, Whitey, is Kelly Olynyk at 13 mil. Maxi Kleba, Gabe Vincent. Benedict Matherin's been talked about a little bit. I know you aren't a fan of Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, he played pretty well with the Clippers, but I'm not a huge fan. I don't think he's a bum or anything or terrible. I don't think he stinks.
No, I mean, one of those.
He eats the ball a lot. He likes to shoot a lot.
Well, it's one of those, again, we could maybe throw him in the conversation at 24 years old you could throw him in the conversation of a lottery ticket, and say, oh, okay, we could bring him out here, see what he could do. The only reason I bring it up is because the Clippers are acting similarly to the Hawks and Jonathan Kuminga. Hey, we're probably willing to bring him back, but we're also, if somebody wants to talk about a sign and trade, we could talk about a sign and trade. No clue where that conversation would start or where, the money would start. Like, for example, I would be interested if they, and I'm not trying to get the pizza guy out of here, but just that money I would assume is around what Benedict would get if they were interested in some type of Malik Monk. And a swap feels like too much for Mathurin, but Malik Monk and a swap or something for Mathurin, I would probably take that flyer.
If I'm trying to build a team kind of like what the Pacers are doing, and the Pacers had him and they traded him, that gives me pause a little bit. And I know maybe
he was buried a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, he wants more of an opportunity. But what about this? Speaking of the Kings, Bobby Gerald was on the morning show today, and you were like, as soon as he came on, you're tweeting stuff, you're texting me about how great. Oh yes, did you hear what he said?
Yeah,
you're doing backflips over what Bobby Gerald said.
No, I thought it was a good shout and something I didn't really think about in that way. So I wanted to give a shout out to Bobby, and I was listening. Dropped off.
Got a bad back.
That's right.
All the best.
Dropped off the kiddo, and basically, first he started off saying that Acuff, in his opinion, did not have a good summer league. Just based on the numbers. Obviously he scored a lot.
Hardly breaking news.
Right, but some people are trying to say, well, look at what he averaged, but yeah, the percentages they weren't great.
Right.
He was not efficient at all. Right, at all. The turnovers, I know that makes your skin crawl. It just wasn't great, and Bobby just called it out, right?
The heebie-jeebies.
Then then Dave and Jason kind of asked him about the other picks and, if they liked the other picks that they made. And what Bobby said that I didn't really think about is the same conversation we were having, but instead of saying lottery tickets, he said the Kings are still in the mining the mining phase. What are you mining for? With my magnet fishing, you're mining for gold. And I didn't really think about it like
weapons.
Yeah, or muddied up
looking for shooters.
Look what I found on Instagram. You can't post it on Instagram. So, and Bobby said, the idea that they took two more older guys that are more so set for teams that are contending, I didn't really agree with. And I thought about it because I was looking at it from a position perspective, not an age perspective after the first pick. But I think he's right. And I like the Alex Karaban pick. I had wanted Alex Karaban for a while. But when you do look at some of the different names and a name that we thought he should go back to school, Koa Pete had a good summer league. And sometimes you look at these guys and you say, well, here's the difference between a 24-year-old, well, he can't shoot right now, right? And a 19, 20-year-old, well, he can't shoot right now. That 19, 20-year-old has 2-3 years to figure that out versus a 24-year-old. So I thought about what Bobby was saying. I'm thinking, you know what? I think he's right. And just real quick, how loaded this draft was to not go get. Now, I looked this morning, Whitey, before I tweeted, and I did see there really was just, once you got down there, it was Malik Thomas, it was Koa Pete, and maybe one other younger guy. Those were the names. So, based on what Bobby said, I thought, you know what? He's probably right. As much as you like Karaban and as much as we're watching Koa Pete drop down, but the kid is 19, 20 years old. And even if Malik Thomas wasn't your deal because you already got Acuff, you don't want, defensively. But the more I listened to what Bobby's saying, the more I was thinking, it might have been a bit of a miss to get back in the first round and to draft a 24-year-old.
Well, golf to go is next.
Go ahead. I'm not saying anything the rest of the segment.
Bobby studies it. He spends a lot of time literally studying it, and I think that's probably how he felt about it before the draft. So I obviously respect his very informed view. I just think it's too early to say any of that right now. He may be right, but right now, after a few summer league games, they should have gone for younger players. They should have been mining for more talent. Maybe, but we don't know that yet.
But I think he's talking about the process, though. I think you might be right. He
need to be more analytically driven, which he's probably more privy to how they do things. I can't really speak to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think because basically then you're saying, well, they should have done something other than what they did. And to me, I'm just maybe, but really, after a few summer league games, maybe that, as I say, that was probably his opinion before summer league, in which case he's just saying, this is what I've thought. And I respect that. But based on what we saw, to me, it's like, we just don't know yet. We'll have Jerry Reynolds on today.
No, we don't know. I'm just saying, you could look back on it, and this dude, I think he was injured for a bit, and then I don't know what happened. People just kind of got off the train, but if you look at it, and don't forget, the Suns actually traded up to go get Koa Pete. If you look at it and you say, the Kings could have got a guy who at one point was being talked about as a top 10 pick in this draft, had a bit of a rough season, and he's 19 years old, and they decided not to draft him and to draft a 24, to trade up to draft a 24-year-old. I think I can understand why Bobby would say, I don't know if that's analytics or not, but I think I can definitely understand why Bobby would say, there's something for where the Kings are currently at, there's something wrong with that process.
Yeah, the Caravan decision does kind of stand out right now. It's something like, oh, really? Okay. But again, we just don't really know.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm. So we'll obviously find out soon enough. But, that was very interesting what Bobby Gerald had to say today about the Kings and how driven they are by analytics, and maybe they need to be more driven by analytics. I don't really know that, but that's interesting. That insight is very interesting.
We just got an email, Whitey.
An email?
Yeah. Summer League numbers.
Oh, they're big.
Big.
Yeah.
Big. Didn't feel big. It must have been super front-loaded. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Before you get to that, I just want to say, because you were talking about Koa Pete, for a team that had no draft picks a short time ago, Phoenix is doing some nice things with their draft picks, right? Koa Pete, Malavox last year.
Yeah.
For a team that's like, they got nothing. They're actually doing a halfway decent job, at least.
Well, and the thing is, they had a dude, and I know they just made that, they were part of that trade, but Ryan Dunn, he was a dud. He was supposed to be huge for them this past season. He's got that same forward wing 3-and-D frame, and he was not good. But if he comes back and takes a little bit of a jump, and I know people are high on Kobe Brea, so I'm telling you, teams are doing the right things.
Yeah.
Not to say the Kings aren't. Just feels like most teams are doing the right things.
Alan has some staggering numbers from Summer League when we come back. Also, which brand has fallen the farthest this summer, the ESPN or the SF Giants brand? Alan loves that Giants brand.
Wow.
Alan loves that. Top 10 brand? We're back with that and more next on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. For your Thursday, you're looking at bright sunshine and will feel seasonable for the afternoon. What does that mean? Well, that means highs will peak today in the lower 90s. That's where we should be for late July. Overnight tonight, the Delta breeze increases. We'll start the morning for Friday in the 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music, and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing. Cheap, cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap, cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall because Elk Grove Hondas are cheap, cheap.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and yeah, I've been on the air here just shy of 25 years, and you guys know that when I endorse something, I have a few very important things. Number 1, I love it when they're local. Number 2, I have to be willing to use them myself. This is where Pest Pros came in, or comes in, I should say, because I've known these guys as Kings fans a long, long time. I also have a mouse problem at my house. I also have a cockroach problem at my house. And I did it the old-fashioned way. Went through Facebook, got a hold of these guys. We became friends. And when I found out what Pest Pros does in the community, I thought, I've got to have you guys on the air. We've got a partner. Locally owned, locally operated. Their kids go to school with your kids. You're going to get pest control somewhere. Get it with Pest Pros. Here's how you get a hold of them. PestProsPS.com or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345 and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Hey, let's get it started. By the way, I'm a different type of artist. When I say I do it big, we the largest. Blowing right up out the P, I'm lethargic.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Oh, this must be nice, Alan. This must feel great. You got people sticking up for you in the chat. You got Chris the mom. She heard you, I think, on the crossover, talking about, somebody, I forget who it was, maybe giving you a hard time for getting out there as early as you do. Somebody. Let's not quibble about it. By the time Al leaves the studio and arrives at Rivercats, there's already lines waiting to get in. He walked through us once. We go in 90 minutes before the game starts. There's plenty of activity for him an hour before the game starts, Chris the mom.
Thanks, Chris.
That's nice.
Thanks, Chris the mom.
Mm-hmm.
See,
from the 530, it seemed like Dave passively aggressively roasted you, Ellen. You got to go back into it.
I think I'm mentally past it. Tomorrow's Friday. News dump. LeBron probably says where he's going. That can take over. Hey, don't worry. Hey, 530, how about this? Don't you worry. I'll have something new next week for Dave to chew on. We get something brand new.
Or if it were me, and it's not, I realize.
Okay.
I don't give him anything to chew on.
Well,
You're helping him.
I didn't last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just we were having a conversation on our show.
He's got a spy in the control room right now, gathering material from you.
I
for
know
his
he does.
Show.
I know he does. But that's fine.
Christopher Lott is taking notes right now on everything that Alan says, so they can use it on the show tomorrow.
Good. You know what? I'm a giving person. I'm selfless and humble. So so it's not a problem.
Good.
It's not a problem. I can't wait.
Team player Alan Stiles.
That's the thing. You know, what is it? The city that never sleeps. This is the show that never sleeps. We're always working. There's always something going. There's no downtime here.
No.
There's no downtime.
Even when we're sleeping, we're actually they have something hooked up to our brain, so we're actually spewing content.
And Thursday, that's my late night anyway. I normally don't go to bed on Thursdays until about 2, 3 a.m.
Thanos Thursday.
That's right. There goes my sleep.
Yeah. Our boss asked us, Richie's like, what does that mean? I don't know.
Something's going to disappear. And today,
it's inevitable.
Today, the old beef is disappearing. You know, and there might be a new one next week. Maybe it'll be Matt and Kayla. Because Matt, I do got to say, Matt is talking a little too tough. Because you know me, I don't take very kindly, Whitey. I'm a little too competitive. And this Tom Morton thing, shout out Tom, texting Jay, he's got Matt walking around a little different. He's got Matt talking to me a little different and crosstalk. I'm ready whenever. I'm like, all right. Okay. All right, Playboy. Okay. Can we hold on now? You know, once you get lessons, hey. You know, we could make it happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not scared. That's the thing. I'm not scared of failure.
Sounds like Matt's game is in a shambles right now. Now's the time.
Now's the time. Well, no, Whitey, he plays every dang week. So it could be in shambles this week. He could be Tiger next week. So, look, I'm not afraid of failure. You know, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give it my all. But hold on now. Hold on. Let's not get too spicy with the talking a little bit. You know, the margarita a little too spicy. You know, one too many jalapenos in the margarita there.
I know.
There, Matty George.
I'm lost.
Okay?
Yeah, I know.
So, you know what? It's all fun and games. We're going to talk. It's going to happen. We got to work out the logistics because I want the whole thing on camera.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it'd be great live pay-per-view.
And I got to figure out, you know, a babysitter or whoever because Matt doesn't tee off until after 1 p.m. So I got to figure that out.
You got to get sponsors for the video. You know,
that's right.
You could sell sponsorships for your shirt. Have you seen this? I keep seeing this on social media, and every time I see it, I think, it can't be real. Jurassic Park golf gear. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, I've seen it a million times.
Okay.
And it's like shirts with. Every time I see it, I think that must be a joke. But every day it comes up.
Well, people do like Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And dinosaurs. So is it a brand? Is that the brand, Jurassic Park? Like a polo with a T-Rex on it?
Well, that's kind of the idea, yeah.
Okay.
But not a golf shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll look at it. I was wondering if I'm just very suspicious.
Did you see the golf balls that I think, was it Rawlings or Topps somebody made? But they're literally just painted, but they're stitched like baseballs. Did you see that?
No, I think I've seen something like that before.
Everybody's all over it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I need for game day.
Okay.
Against Matt.
All right.
That's what I need.
You mentioned the city that never sleeps. This is from Mick Akers, who writes for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I believe. Harbinger Sports Partners, a private equity firm led by billionaire Mark Cuban, has purchased a minority ownership stake in the A's. According to Mick Akers on social media, I will look to confirm that. So it looks like if that's true, John Fisher has found at least one additional investor.
Mark Cuban?
I don't know anything more than what I just told you. I know that Mark Cuban had tried to buy the Cubs years ago, and MLB said,
I mean, probably a smart investment by Mark. That's the thing. You got to take your feelings out of it. We all know the story at this point in time, and if you look at it on its face, Mark Cuban got money to spend. Obviously, he's not trying to blow it, but Mark Cuban is thinking, this seems like I've invested in weirder stuff on Shark Tank. This seems like a smart bet. So, maybe he gets burned, maybe he doesn't. We talked about it. It's kind of hard for these teams to not make money as presently constructed.
Speaking of baseball, Alan, which brand has fallen the farthest this summer? ESPN's brand or the San Francisco Giants? I only mentioned that because it was you back in March, I think it was. Might have been April, but March. Giants are a top 10 brand in baseball. You might have said top 5. I don't know.
I think it started top 5.
Yeah, I think
and then I said it was on the outskirts, and then
Jay and I kind of
we got the top 10.
Whittled you down to top 10.
Yeah, man. It's probably who took a bigger hit. It's funny because people love to bag on certain things, and ESPN has become, I miss the old days. I remember Stuart Scott and all that.
Yep, exactly.
We get it.
And that's things aren't like that anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
ESPN couldn't be like that anymore. They wouldn't want to be like that anymore.
Right.
Because then, remember how new it was like, oh, man, ESPN's the greatest. Now it's like, oh, yeah, ESPN.
Well, here's the thing.
The novelty is totally worn off.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to get too far into it, but I'm, got to say what's on my mind if we're going to have this conversation. Things changed. Social media became huge, right? R.I.P. Stuart Scott. I know we're around, I think it was his birthday, because they've been talking about him a lot on ESPN, on SportsCenter, right? A lot of people accuse ESPN of going too political, right? And there were conversations happening on ESPN that would expand or go beyond the realm of sports, right? So that was the thing that a lot of people were complaining about. Okay. So throughout the years, ESPN has, I think, taken some of those thoughts and criticisms, and they've tried to dial back that, maybe based on the personalities that they hired, just some of the subjects that they kind of allow their personalities to talk about. But I would say as of the last, bringing in some of the talent that they've brought in, I would say as of the last, 3 to 5 years, they're not really in that political space anymore. They've tried not to be. So now they've hired people that already have, because that's what it is now, Whitey. Hey, you build a following, and Stephen A. came from a different realm of ESPN. It was, I'm going to build my brand with SportsCenter or with ESPN.
Remember when he was kind of struggling and he had a syndicated radio show that wasn't doing very well? And
right. And, the First Take thing, all of that. So there's that side of it, which is not really what it is these days. The other side of it is, hey, you build something and then I'll pay you to bring your followers to our station. And that's the Pat McAfee thing. So ESPN, all they've done so far, right, they have their Mina Kimes and they have their Stephen A. Smith. But besides that, you've brought in Pat McAfee. They just announced that they're doing a show with Josh Pate, who's huge in the college football space. So now they're basically paying safer bets, saying, we know people like you, so now people will like us again. And I don't think that's I think that's a smart decision. The SportsCenter piece of it, there was only one Stuart Scott. When I watch SportsCenter, right now they're doing the Make-A-Wish kind of series, and they're showing all of that. I watch SportsCenter. I'm going to be honest with you. They have a bunch of rotating. I saw, what's her name? I believe is Kiana Martin, who used to be out here in the Bay or in the Bay with the Niners. She's an anchor now, but it's just different. They're probably paying their anchors a little less cash, right? And they're rotating them out, right? Kevin Nagandi, Temple Owl. I spoke with Kevin, great guy, but they have their kind of legacy people, and then they have their new anchors that they're kind of just rotating in and out. And I'm going to be honest with you, Whitey, I do think it's a little bit overblown, right? If you don't like it, we have so many other options. Don't watch. When I want to watch highlights.
You used to have to watch to see highlights.
Right. Now you don't have to.
Right.
I remember, and Jay will remember this one, TRL and 106 in Park used to tick me off because they'd play 2 seconds of a music video. right? 2 seconds.
TRL, Total Request Live?
That's right.
Carson Daly?
I used to watch that, but I'd be mad because I'm waiting, and it was the only way to watch.
Remember when Mariah Carey went out there and she was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching, and they'll show 2 seconds of a music video, right? And it was annoying because back then there was no other way to watch it. That's how people act with SportsCenter, but it's just not true to me.
Well, we haven't even gotten to what's gone on with the Giants brand, and we've got the latest on the Jurassic Park Golf Tier 2 when we come back. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
The Screen and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get in an injury, just call Gingery. Nick Kurtz is starting to participate in range of motion and strengthening exercises as he recovers from a right thumb strain. Zach Geloff has also started range of motion exercises and will have stitches removed from his right knee laceration this week. Brent Rooker underwent successful left knee arthroscopic surgery last Friday and is expected to be ready for spring training come next year.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. What's up? It's Matt George. What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples deals, all at no cost or obligation to you.
With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento.
So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say grow my business and let us help take you to the next level.
Bring the entire family out to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. From exciting action on the field to smiles in the stands, it's the perfect place to make family memories. Plan your next family night out at the ballpark. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
This is interesting. We just heard, or Alan just heard from Hagen Oaks. They're volunteering to record the golf match between you and Matt George.
Yeah, I got a message.
That's amazing. This thing's blowing up.
Yeah, I got they followed me on Styles Files. Be sure to follow me if you haven't already.
I think I am.
No, I'm not you.
Well, you looked at me when you said it, so
because I thought you'd laugh at that. But Hagen Oaks says we got a full team in our marketing department and would be happy to film the match.
Well, I would say would make a bid. We'll consider. We have the rights to this event.
Yes,
and let us know what it's worth you. And we're right, Jay. We're entertaining offers currently.
So yeah, okay.
This could be a series.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's all about the money, about the money.
So now here's the thing. Now I have
That's
to.
very nice. Thank you.
I have to talk to Tom Morton because if we are going to do this thing, I do have to. I gotta be ready. So let's see here. It's July 23rd.
But Tom is the best. Mm-hmm. As a person, as a golf pro.
I know what you're gonna say.
Well,
I know what you're going to say.
Don't you have to ask? Don't you have to draw a line in the sand? Look, are you his coach or my coach? At least until this thing's over.
I think it works because who has taken Tom's tips the best? What I thought you were going to say is if he's already been working with Matt, am I going to get all the tips? Right? Hey, I didn't tell Alan about that.
Right.
The hip swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
tell
I'm sure
Alan.
he would just, you guys are, he's more pliable and athletic, so it's probably different.
Who?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Who?
Matt has that, he probably gets that club back around and he's looser and.
Well, I am quite stiff.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So maybe from Tom Morton's view, it's like, well, it's two different approaches. So
yeah, now you're right.
But really, if it were me, I might say, who are you coaching, me or him?
Right.
And that's fine. I mean, it's not a challenge or anything, but do you have any other fine instructors, which I'm sure they do at Hagen Oaks, who might be able to help me?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's up to you.
Chris is saying basically, we work with Hagen, and the idea is who took Tom's tips the best.
This is Chris Watkins?
This is Chris Verlade.
Chris Verlade, okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think we got something there.
Okay.
Tom is a stand-up guy, right?
Well, definitely.
And I think he probably would rather hitch his wagon to me winning than Matt.
Well, yeah, because it would be more of an accomplishment.
Wow.
Right? I mean,
whose side are you on?
I'm on your side.
It doesn't sound like it. It does not sound like it at all. But you know what? This is where I do my best work. When I'm the underdog.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Dave Roberts is probably not going to be manager of the year, right?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Dave Roberts?
Yeah. Because the Dodgers are so good, so he's not going to be manager.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you didn't save that one.
By the way, there is such a thing as Jurassic Park golf wear. And it looks like there's also Lord of the Rings golf wear. So I know what your opponent's going to be wearing for the big match.
Hey, winner. Okay, this is the bet. If I win, I get either Marvel or Ninja Turtle. He has to buy me a Marvel or Ninja Turtles golf shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this place, the site that you're on, they need to sponsor us too. If Matt wins, I got to buy him a Narnia shirt.
I don't think he likes
Or Lord
Narnia.
of the Rings. They don't have Narnia. Lord of the Rings. That's right.
Oh, Dr. Doom driver head cover.
Yeah, don't buy me that. I don't want that.
Oh, I like that.
So now the stage is set.
Yeah.
The stage is set. We just need a date. I need to talk to Tom. And I got to see, put him through the ringer. Say, hey, take a look at my swing.
I know you have a break coming up. Are you going to try to get this in before your break? Or are you going to use that to
No,
train?
probably after.
Oh, okay.
After.
So we're talking like 2027 or something?
No. We're talking late September. We got to really build this thing up. Yeah, It's already July. Late September is when it's happening. That gives Matt enough time to,
Who gets to choose that? Well, I guess it's going to be at Hagen, right? I was going to say, who gets to choose the course?
Oh, yeah. Well, and like I said, I mean, there's no betting odds, right? Because we would never do anything like that.
No,
we wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But if we did, Schmallen or whoever, Matt, that's his home course. He plays there twice a week. His instructor. I mean, I think it's pretty simple, Whitey. If I'd stick to my game, this one, it should be a good one.
Good.
It should be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also, golf is not really about the other person. You're playing yourself. You're playing the course.
Yeah, and typically, but in this case, you're playing Matt. Maybe Tom does, like 1 week he'll work with each 2 different sessions. I don't know. You guys can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. End of September.
Very honorable.
End of September. Mm-hmm. Let's build this thing up, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get some charities involved. I'm wondering if we can get a crowd. I do better with crowds. Yeah, we need a name for it. We need a name that can be used outside of, if it's not me and Matt the next year. Right? Like, what do they have on, TNT always does? The match.
Right.
So it's not, it could be me and Matt again, but if it's not, we can still keep the name.
Maybe we get Hagen in there in the name somehow or something.
Well, it's, at Hagen Oaks. It's already there.
Okay. All right.
The Hagen Open at Hagen Oaks. Is that what you want to do?
Nope.
It's a little redundant.
Not that. Don't want to do that. Don't like that at all.
I got to find out who's on my side because
I'm on
I
your
don't
side.
like your energy very much. Christopher Lott is setting me up and making fun of me with certain names that he's sending. And I don't really know who's on my side right now. Chris Watkins, I texted him 4 hours ago about something else. I haven't heard back. So, you know what, man? I'm literally Will Smith. I am legend. I am. And that's how I prefer it.
You're going to be Will Smith, but that's a different story.
Yeah, well, that is a different story. So Team Matt versus Team Sizzle.
And I'm on Team Sizzle.
I don't think you are.
No, I'm on 1 foot on board, Team Sizzle.
One?
Well, I'm working on getting the other one up there.
Okay.
I got to see what the other side has to offer.
All right. No, if you're not riding for me now,
of course I'm riding for you now.
I don't want you.
I know. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding about this. The Giants are no longer a top 5 brand in baseball, if they ever were. What's happened to the Giants brand this year?
Well, they stink, right? Brands.
Is it just, it's one bad year?
No, but actually, hold on now. What are we, what are we even talking about? The Giants are set to break, what was it, 2 million, 3 million? They're set to break records with their attendance. Records based on they've been averaging 35,000 a night.
How can that be?
Their fans like the crab sandwiches. But I just read that, and I promise you.
They're playing like something that sounds like crab sandwich, but it's not crab sandwich.
Yeah? Well, I'm telling you right now, their total attendance, they're at 1.7 million, okay? That ranks 4th in the league. 4th! National League. But 4th. Yeah?
So you're saying the brand is strong.
The brand is
results are not there, but the brand remains strong.
And that's what I try to tell you and Jay. A brand, it's more than wins and losses. It's being able to sustain when you are the worst team in the league.
Those numbers have to be wrong.
They're not wrong.
Somebody's juicing them or goosing them or something.
They're not wrong.
They have to be somehow.
I'm telling you, they're 4. I mean, now I got to double check what they are just out of.
Because you know better now. Giants fans right now are miserable.
Yeah. I'm looking right here. 2026 MLB home attendance in general, right? Dodgers, 2.5 million. Padres, 2.1 million. Blue Jays, 1.9. Phillies, 1.8. Yankees, 1.7. Mets, 1.7. Both of them, 1.75. And the Giants at 1.72. They're 8th.
Miss tickets sold.
Something like that, yeah.
8th, baby.
Something kind of hinky.
I don't know. I got to
that.
check that Padres. We're in the gas lamp, but we're not really at the game. Gas lamp is selling tickets.
They have a ton of people that go to the games, but that's probably going to, we'll see. It might tail off here. Law Murray is going to join us. He covers the NBA for The Athletic. And today he posted a quick thought on all of the draft picks in Summer League. What does he think of your guy, Acuff? We'll find out next. Sactown Sports, don't go away.
Did NBA Summer League make you feel better or worse about the directions the Kings are trending this season?
I actually feel worse.
Really?
I do. Every team that the Kings played had just a couple first-rounders hanging around that are now 22 years old, starting to find their way. And we were having to not make excuses, but explain why the Kings are losing these games. And these are teams that also have better, more cohesive vets that weren't even there.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Have you seen The Odyssey at the Esquire IMAX Theater? Director Christopher Nolan shot every frame entirely on 1570 IMAX film, and Sacramento's Esquire IMAX Theater is one of only 40 theaters in the world showing The Odyssey in brand new IMAX film technology, as Nolan intended his epic film to be seen in IMAX format.
No one could stand between me and home, not even the gods.
See The Odyssey for the first time or again, and lock in your seats for the best movie experience, only at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The other guys must think you failed math. Get this huge discount. Then the fine print hits you with $5,200 in mandatory ads. It's adorable in a scammy kind of way. At Hoblet, we skip the tricks. The price you see is the price you actually pay. What a wild concept, huh? Hoblet, family owned 77 years. Experience the difference online at hobletdodge.com.
Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833 436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Yeah, we got some special Summer League recaps on the show today. Jerry Reynolds joins us at 5. Excuse me, and it's time for one of those special recaps right now. Nice enough to join us. Covers the NBA for The Athletic. Friend of the show. We always appreciate his time. Law Murray. Law, how are you today? How did you enjoy, if that's possible, Summer League?
Oh, man, it was good while I was there, and I was happy to get out of there. Had other things to do with my summer. And to be honest with you, my summer is incomplete with this couple of things involving former Los Angeles athletes. So here we are. Now I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it. Today, of course, you posted a quick thought about each draft pick in Summer League. First of all, before we get into any of that, how significant is Summer League when it comes to predicting how good a player's eventually going to be?
Not great, to be honest with you. Summer League is one of the more unserious small sample sizes that we have to look at. I think. Hold on
one sec. Law, I'm sorry. Jay says we. Hold on one second. There's something we need to address with the audio there. Our apologies. A little, not even crispy, crackly, kind of poppy.
Yeah, a little popcorn. Action. We'll get them back.
Yes, we will. Apologies to you, the listener. So Summer League, not that significant, Alan. I guess that's what we've been saying. And yet we all dive into, well, this was terrible. All right, back to Law Murray. Sorry about that, Law. You were explaining how Summer League is not a very reliable indicator of a player's future.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm sounding a little bit better now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. So what I was saying is, if you look at certain numbers or certain guys who play well, like I've been doing the Summer League thing in person 6 summers in a row. I've been kind of analyzing and watching from a relatively comfortable position for just about a decade. Like, I remember people were upset about Trae Young's Summer League, and then that dude wound up having a pretty decent rookie season. You know, I remember guys having really strong summer leagues, and then they underwhelmed the following season. Like, there are still Laker fans who thought that their team was going to be fine because they had good summer leagues. It's just insane. The best thing you can do is to analyze how guys are moving, how they look, what their demeanor is, what their level of compete is, and take that and take everything else with a grain of salt. Like, that's really how I look at Summer League. Like, what roles do these teams envision certain players being in? And the most relevant players in Summer League are the guys that just got picked. Also, those guys are the most tired and least prepared of Summer League because they've been going back and forth, especially the guys who weren't obvious top picks, trying to convince a team to pick them. They probably had workouts for the majority of the league after a whole college season. And so mentally, physically, they're probably fried. And you can see some of that in Summer League as well. That's why these teams increasingly, they want to bubble wrap these guys. I just saw you play well for a few games. Cool. We'll see you in training camp. That's how it is.
With that being said, Law, obviously there's some Kings fans that were, I don't want to say overreacting, but a little bit worried based on Darius Acuff. Wasn't a terrible Summer League showing, but, you know, maybe didn't have the fireworks that some of the other top picks had. What was your takeaway from Darius Acuff and how he looked as a lead guard or a future lead guard in this league?
You mean taking 29 shots in a game isn't fireworks enough? I honestly think that is impressive. Like, Look, man, on the high school team I was on, I'm not sure if I took 29 shots in a season. So, like, I think that's a pretty good indication of what you should expect from Darius Acuff. He's going to be the starting point guard unless the Kings do something to sabotage that. And, I mean, can't put it past them. I just saw Russell Westbrook start the majority of the season for the Kings at point guard after giving Dennis Schroeder a multi-year contract. That being said, Darius Acuff is a player who he's obviously you're going to hope for a cleaner performance when the season starts. I'm pretty sure I wrote that in my analysis of him, my takeaway. And I think that it's important for him to play like that. I also am going to hope that what you saw from Arkansas is what you get more than what you saw in the sample size of this month from Darius Acuff. I saw a player who certainly a willing shooter, certainly a guy who's going to look to, be aggressive. And I think you want that. You want your lead guard to make his presence felt. And I feel like Darius did that. What you're going to be more concerned about, I think, offensively is will he be able to finish against long athletes, right? Like, increasingly more teams hide their small guards on non-threats, and they put their long, strong point of attack guys on the top primary playmakers or top shot makers. So we'll see how much pressure Darius Acuff will have relieved playing with the Kings veterans. Then there's the thing that I know is going to be a problem, and Darius is going to have to understand that, especially playing for Doug Christie, you might want to put a defensive effort out there, a consistent, good defensive effort. There are some pretty low lows for Darius Acuff, even in a summer league setting where no one really takes defense seriously, except for the fact that that's the only reason some guys are on the floor. That's not the reason Darius is on the floor. He knows it, but he can't be a liability to the degree that he was at times. This wasn't the case all the time, but there were too many times where Darius Acuff's effort is the kind of effort that gets clipped up in a film session. So he'll learn quick, though. Like I said, he's playing for Doug Christie.
Yeah, Law Murray, nice enough to join us. The one thing that, it's Summer League, so maybe it raised an eyebrow at Law was Darius Acuff did such a great job in college of taking care of the basketball, and he turned the ball over a lot. So as you pointed out, that's something that'll have to clean up. Alan and I go back and forth a lot on the difference between a point guard and an off guard. So I thought it was really interesting, your observations on Emmanuel Sharp, and you point out that because he did play on ball a lot, which surprised me a bit, but you point out he was much better off the ball than on the ball, right?
Right, and here's the thing with Emmanuel Sharp, and he knows this, like, the kind of player that he might have been before he played for Kelvin Sampson in Houston was that guy, a small guard who can be on the ball and showcase his skills that way. And, Kelvin Sampson had experience with guys like that at Houston. He had Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes was a high recruit, coming out of high school. I mean, I think he started at Kansas or Kentucky before he transferred to Houston. Quentin Grimes reconstructed his whole game to fit the kind of players that he was playing with at Houston for Kelvin Sampson, and that helped him get to be a first-round pick. Emmanuel Sharp, that was his whole experience. Like, there were better on-ball guards than him his entire time there, and he focused on the things that got him drafted, being a hard-nosed defender and making shots, even though he wasn't asked to necessarily cook. That's going to be the case in Sacramento. Like, he is going to be playing with guys who are going to be entrusted with creating shots for an entire offense. And so the best thing for Emmanuel Sharp is you pretty much saw at Houston what he's going to be in the NBA if he's going to be a successful NBA player. Having him off the ball, having him get those spot-up looks, etc. I don't envision Emmanuel Sharp being one of those guys who you give the ball to and he's going to be great operating out of pick and rolls and running your offense through. I think Emmanuel Sharp knows that. I think Summer League is a nice setting to see what guys can do. But when it comes down to NBA games, especially non-developmental parts of games, I think Emmanuel Sharp's ticket on the floor is what you saw from him in college and when Darius Acuff was out there. and that's a 3-and-D guard.
La, we were having a conversation earlier about the thought process that the Kings had of getting not one, but two guys that are, 22 and 23 years old, close to 24 for Alex Karaban, and we just talked about Emmanuel Sharp. Do you think their thought process was correct? I mean, they, give up a little bit to go up and get Alex Karaban, and you got Koa Pete, who at one point was a projected top 10 pick. You got Koa Pete and you got Malik Thomas. Do you think the Kings should have, if you are going to trade back into the first round, do you think they should have went with somebody younger like a Koa Pete, or do you like bringing in the older winner archetype of player and the culture pick, if you will?
I think that when you have a team like the Kings, and especially the predicament that the Kings are in, you want to pick players that you like, period. You are supporting that young player no matter how old they are, and you're putting them in a position where on a rookie contract, how can they improve their skills? What kind of player are they on day one? And what kind of player are they contributing to the team as a whole, whether they're playing or not? And I think that's what you have to kind of look at. Alex Karaban doesn't excite me in the slightest as a basketball player. But as a teammate, that's the kind of player I would want on my team if I'm trying to build, and more importantly, Kings reestablish a certain type of culture. Like, those guys understand what it takes to win, but what does that mean? It means you know how to be a professional. You know how to treat people a certain type of way. You know about standards and how to maintain and to exhibit those standards. And you also drafted a one-and-done guard with your top 10 pick. You need to support that player with young guys in his class that understand how to work a certain type of way. Those guys are going to be hanging around each other all the time. Those guys are going through this NBA experience the same type of way. But instead of being the same type of dudes in terms of, everyone's young, freshman, whatever, it's like, this is how we're going to approach this workout, or this is how we're going to do this thing on the road. I think that's important. You talked about Koa Pete. Koa Pete is a player who needs the ball in his hands right now to be the best version of himself. And because he's good at that, but because he doesn't have those other peripheral skills, that's what takes him from a guy who you thought might be a top 20 pick to a guy who was fortunate to be a first-round pick. Malik Thomas, a guy who literally just played with Darius Acuff, it's like, yeah, you could have teamed those guys up, but they clearly thought that they could get someone else at the same position in Emmanuel Sharp, and they value getting a guy like Alex Karaban, who reminds me of Doug McDermott. Not college Doug McDermott, but the Doug McDermott that you just had in Sacramento. That's the same body type, the same kind of skill set right now, and you're getting it from a player who is Darius Acuff's peer. And so I think those things have to be taken into account. I think the draft is an inexact science. It's about, quote unquote, getting the best player available. But when you're talking about developmental cores, I think you're trying to get complementary pieces. And the three guys that the Kings drafted, they are all three very different basketball players. Darius Acuff is an on-ball guy. Sharp and Karaban are off-ball guys, and they are going to defend different kind of players, and they are going to have different levels of how they get to what makes them the best version of themselves offensively. I think that was something that you have to take into account as well.
Law Murray from The Athletic with us. Law, which player or players do you think we're most likely to look at it? Let's say 5 years down the road, we look at this draft. About which player or players are we going to go, man, how did he last so long in that draft?
Well, the guy that I'm very interested to see what happens with is Yaxel. I mean, obviously, that dude's going to be pushing 30 in 5 years, and that's why he wasn't a top 10 pick. But I just feel like that dude is a really good basketball player. A guy who, if you feature him, he's going to be productive. If you don't feature him, he's going to be productive, and he's going to defend, and he has size, and he has just this attitude and this demeanor about him that is going to, I feel like, hold up in a very competitive league. So I'm interested to see. It's clear why he wasn't a top 10 pick. It has more to do with where he is at this stage of his life and his basketball journey more than his skill set. Like the same kind of player, 20 years old, is a top 5 pick easily. So the Warriors got him with the 11th pick in the draft. What does that look like for next year? And what does that look like when it comes time to pay him a potential rookie scale extension? He's the guy who I would be kind of circling and putting a dot on.
Look, and I may have even asked you about this guy before, but I'm trying to convince my partner over here. We saw the report came out. Benedict Mathurin, sign and trade. Look, Law, the Kings, they need talent. He's 24 years old. He might be younger than Alex Caravan. Right now, Law, the Kings need to go get him if they wanted to pull off a sign and trade. How willing are the Clippers? And what the heck do you think the price tag would be if they wanted to pull off? Because I'm thinking maybe a Malik Monk and I don't know what else, Law, but I see a guy who can score the basketball. I know there's some questions about his role in this league, but, with these new lottery rules, it's just good to get talent in the building. So what are your thoughts on Benedict Mathurin? Should the Kings maybe at least give a call down? What is it, the 301, Law? Down to the 301? What can we get for Benedict Mathurin? What's that price looking like?
I don't know what area code that is. Google is not telling me right now.
310.
Yeah. You can do, that's one of them, I guess. I would say this, man. Benedict Mathurin is a player who obviously has the skill set. Well, the more specific thing is one particular skill that is elite. That guy can score the basketball. He has understood the dark arts, if I like to call them, about how to get the ball in the basket or get yourself to the line to score points. He does that at a high level. He could outscore entire second units by himself, which is the role that the Clippers put him in and let him stay in. But I do think that the Clippers want to see what is out there for him in this restricted free agency. I think they would be more interested in securing an asset for Benedict Mathurin than they would be in securing Benedict Mathurin on a long-term contract. And the reason for that is simple. Because Benedict Mathurin can score, you can just put him in that role. But what Benedict Mathurin wants is to start and to star. And the Clippers do not have an incentive to do that because Benedict Mathurin is not the most complimentary talent. Like, he's a very good scorer, but his shooting died when he got to the Clippers. I feel like a lot of that was because he couldn't get his toe right. The Clippers already had an issue with that, dealing with that with Darius Garland, so that was pretty sensitive. Benedict Mathurin has the physical tools to be a good defender, but he's not always locked in defensively. You need that from guys. And then it's just a matter of Benedict Mathurin's decision making is his ability to score is potent, but if you are going to make a point not to foul him, then his effectiveness isn't the same. His ability to score in transition, I don't know if it was a toe or if he just wasn't wired the way he needed to be wired, but there were so many times where he just didn't make the best decision on the break. I do believe that Benedict Mathurin is an impact feature player in this league, but his contract situation is challenging because of the lack of versatility in his game and just where he sees himself versus where coaches see him and the complementary talent that he might be playing with. I don't think he's a good fit for the Sacramento Kings for a lot of those reasons. I think the Kings, we literally just got finished talking about Darius Aiko. That dude has to have the ball in his hands. He's a point guard. He is small. You have to cover for him in a variety of ways on both ends of the floor. I don't think adding more players that take the ball away from players like him, players like Sabonis, they still employ Zach LaVine and you mentioned Malik Monk. And then you're still trying to find out what the heck you have in Keegan Murray who you're paying. You just acquired DeAndre Hunter for multiple guys. DeAndre's got a big number on his deal. I don't see where a guy like Benedict Mathurin fits in with Sacramento. And that's one reason why I feel like Benedict Mathurin's restricted free agency is going to drag on for multiple more weeks.
Thank you, Law Murray.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Law.
thank you. He wouldn't believe me, but he hopefully will believe you. Before we let you go, Law, we have this fun fact. The 301 area code that Alan was talking about serves Western Maryland, including major cities like Germantown, Silver Spring, Waldorf, Frederick, and Rockville. So there's your 301 area code.
Hey, shout out to the DMV, for real.
Thanks, Law. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you.
Thanks, Law.
Yeah, thank you, Law Murray. Yeah, the complementary talent. You should familiarize yourself with that, not just term, but concept, Alan. Because I think that's sometimes you don't really.
What are you talking about?
Consider that. It's how does a player fit? Well, this guy's a good
I
player.
understand
They need good
that. No,
players. Wait.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it.
You're used to baseball. Like that guy plays third and he plays second. What's the big deal?
No. I knew that Mathurin needed the ball in his hands, but I mean, Acuff can't have the ball in his hands 24/7.
Well, you just watch. That's the plan.
So, all right, that's fine. Law, thank you so much.
Maybe Law and I are wrong.
Well, I don't think they're going to get him anyway.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, it's these guys that are floating around. And, these are the types of players, the Mathurins and the Kumingas, and they're all around the same age, right? That they're not.
You love those guys.
I do love those guys, but those guys also aren't getting paid and the phone isn't ringing off the hook.
And why is that, Alan?
Because
complimentary talent.
Because people are haters.
Oh,
because people are haters.
You're right.
They don't want to pay them.
You're right.
Fine. I guess it's Peyton Watson then. Go get him.
Huh. He's a complimentary talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. The reality is, and to bring it back to, Old Faithful, if Keegan does what we want him to do, and Keegan and his father, Keegan's father and I had a nice conversation right here in this studio. If he does what we all want him to do, then all this stuff, I don't have to search for the Benedict Mathurins. I don't have to go magnet fishing for the Benedict Mathurins and, all these other players.
What is it that Benedict Mathurin brings that you think the Kings really need?
I just think he's a scoring talent.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a talent. He's a scoring talent, but he's also only 24, so he can still become more than that. I'm looking at the next wave once Levine is gone. Once Levine is gone and DeAndre Hunter, I know not the same position. I don't know, Sabonis, different situation, but I'm looking at even next year. Obviously, Kings could get lucky, go get Stokes, and then we'd say but that's the thing. I'm talking about a 1-and-1 contract, right? A year and a team option or something like that. I'm not talking about, even with Kuminga, I'm not talking about investing even a 3-year deal in these guys. I'm saying, hey, see if something works, and if you end up with the 8th pick again, or the 7th pick, hey, well, we like what we have in Mathurin, we'll pick up his option. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know that Zach LaVine is probably not in the team's long-term plans, but at least in the short term, yeah, Zach LaVine is probably going to do for you. The plan would be for him to do for you a lot of the things that Benedict Mathurin would do.
You're probably right.
So maybe it just comes down to right now, there's not a lot of room there.
Yeah, and I would assume because...
Besides, it's going to be LeBron and Kyrie and AD here anyway.
That's right. Yeah, you should have said that one to Law.
No.
Yeah, no. You should have said that one to Law. No, you left me. At least I brought up my idea. You didn't even bring up yours.
Nobody forced you to go Mathurin.
I wanted to. It's a good idea.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Zach LaVine, in your opinion, if you made a list of the all-time greatest shooters, would he belong on it?
How big's the list?
99. Before you answer, we have that list. A new list of the 99 greatest shooters of all time. We'll see if Zach LaVine is on it when we come back. Sactown Sports.
Did NBA Summer League make you feel better or worse about the directions the Kings are trending this season?
I actually feel worse.
Really?
I do. Every team that the Kings played had just a couple first-rounders hanging around that are now 22 years old, starting to find their way. And we were having to not make excuses, but explain why the Kings are losing these games. And these are teams that also have better, more cohesive vets that weren't even there.
your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
It's time to saddle up, Sacramento. It's Wild West Night with the Sacramento River Cats on Saturday, August 8th at Sutter Health Park. Celebrate the Wild West in classic baseball fashion with themed fun and River Cats baseball under the lights. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovery. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
One of the things that I appreciate the most about Jay professionally is that Jay is, the way I see it, he's kind of an old school producer. he understands, and I don't know, Jay, if someone taught you this, I'm guessing you just kind of realized it and lived it. A producer's job in radio is to make things easier for the people on air and to set them up. And you see a lot of times younger people will get into producing and they'll see it as, well, this is my avenue to getting on the air. Maybe I can get on, and that, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But the way it's supposed to be done, and Jay does it so well, is he supports us. That said, I think sometimes he recognizes, and he's done this for a long time at very high levels, he recognizes sometimes the best form of support is valid, constructive criticism. And I've never seen Jay as exasperated as he was after the last segment when he came in here and said, Alan, the 301 area code? And I don't know, Jay, if that, where that ranks on
just two digit, just a 2-digit switch.
301 area code.
Just a 310. It's just one digit was switched. That's all.
Why do you know what? And you're more times than not, you're 1,000% right. The other thing I've learned too is I do it a little bit with Alan on air. Is sometimes you just let it go. And Law did it for everyone.
Yeah, right.
He did it in a very hysterical way. But then you go in and like, okay, look, we got to change that up, Alan. Make sure we're good, we're better, because you tried to flex and you embarrassed everybody.
No.
Sometimes you got to deal with it, right?
Dude,
so, yeah.
let it go.
Hey, Law, why don't you give a call to the 301?
And then just quickly, I was like, Maryland? Why are we going to Maryland? And then I was like, I know he didn't think we was talking about L.A.
301.
And this is the coldest part, Whitey, is Law is in Philadelphia. He was in the gym at the time because he's from Philadelphia. And so that's why I text him like, yo, take your AirPods out, right? That was a crackling. And Alan's a bona fide East Coaster too.
Right.
He's married to an East Coaster.
Right.
And you don't even know down the way to Maryland is 301? DMV?
I just know, 213, that's PA.
That's LA.
No, 213.
213 is LA.
213?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me check something.
215?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I know I'm right.
No. Well, then
213 is LA, sir.
Oh, yeah, 215.
215 is Philadelphia.
Yeah, Greater Philadelphia. Yeah.
I've been doing it a long time.
Just one of these digits is just always slightly off.
Area code 213 serves downtown LA and surrounding areas in California with overlays 323 and 738.
323, 310, 424, 626, 661, 951, 562.
Is that confirmed? Hashtag confirmed.
Oh,
Alan?
yeah, and the 215.
818.
Yeah, they must have changed that recently. I don't.
What?
They made the new there was a new Sacramento area code
247.
That's right.
Yes.
So they mix and mingle numbers.
So that
sometimes.
threw all the numbers off.
Yeah,
that count off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Threw everything out of whack.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The 215.
215's got to be like the oldest Philadelphia area code there is.
Right. But if we were talking about a 3 and yeah, we got there though. We got
You probably did it on purpose knowing that it'd be funnier this way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, you're getting my jokes there, Whitey.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think here? This is from guess who? BR staff. I thought it was Andy Bailey, but he probably had something to do with this. Bleacher Report, ranking the NBA's 99 best shooters of all time. Do you think that Zach LaVine should be on this list? Do you think he is?
I don't know. I mean, 99's a lot.
Yeah. I'll tell you who is on it.
He probably is on the list.
Mitch Richmond's on it. Page is on it. Bogdanovich is on it. Buddy, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Tyrese Halliburton, Kevin Martin, and I think Vince Carter's also on it.
Vince Carter?
I think he made it on here. I thought I saw his name.
Repeat those Kings again?
Yes, sir. Mitch Richmond, Peja, Bogdanovich?
Really?
Yeah. Buddy Hield, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who definitely belongs on there, Tyrese Halliburton, Kevin Martin, and I think Vincentity's on here. So it's kind of by the way, 97, Austin Reeves. This is kind of a goofy list. That's why I wanted to focus more on Levine and whether he's one of the great shooters rather than get bogged down in the details on this list. 96, Detlef Schrempf. So, when you come up with 99, you're going to have some.
And isn't it going to be kind of backloaded because of all the 3-point shooting of the last decade or so, right?
Yeah, Zach LaVine. Yeah, I think you're right. Number 87, Zach LaVine. 87th, according to this list, the 87th best shooter of all time. Obviously, there's different ways you can slice this. I think, honestly, he should be higher, given that you've got some guys much higher on the list.
So Kevin Huerter didn't make it?
No.
Okay.
I think you have Grayson Allen's on there.
Yeah, this is
Vince
wild.
Carter's 81. You've got LeBron and you've got Carmelo on there.
Who wrote this?
This was a Bleacher Report staff, so maybe you had a hand in it.
I got to make some calls, man, to my folks.
Yeah, Kevin Martin, 76. So, what do you mean by shooter? Because, LeBron is not nowhere great player, but he's never shot the ball like Zach LaVine.
No.
Yeah. So
there's volume versus that's the messed up part because didn't Draymond pass Michael Jordan for threes a couple years ago or something crazy like that?
By the way, I think I misspoke, Jay. It's Bojan Bogdanovic, 74. So I think I got the wrong Bojan.
Who's the highest King, Peja?
Yeah. Peja's pretty
He's got to be about
there.
17, maybe higher than that.
I think he's higher. But as we look at that, Mitch is 45. And then we've got Mark Price, 14. Yeah, Peja is – Dame Lillard is 9. Sorry, it's jumping around on me. The question is, Zach LaVine, Peja is number 11. Mm-hmm. Zach LaVine, shouldn't he be a sixth man this year for the Kings coming off the bench and just when you're in, just let it fly?
I'm glad you're here instead of that Sabonis one you had a couple weeks ago. This one we can get down with. Because there's a real chance. Is it disrespectful to say that Zach LaVine could be a sixth man on the next team he's on?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. By the way, it's 10 Kyle Korver. Oh, and then it started jumping around on me. I'll get it. But yeah, Zach LaVine, it might benefit him. Look, this might be the next role you have on another team. But plus, I think it just benefits the Kings more to have him coming off the bench.
Yeah. It's funny because a lot of people were worried. I saw one of the clips from the morning show about Zach LaVine. Hey, you don't want to rush to trade him. And we've talked to capologists. I spoke with some during Summer League. And, we've had conversations as far as, it's better to let Zach LaVine just come off the books versus taking in bad, if you're not going to get anything good back for him, don't just move him, right?
I'm a great ventriloquist. A lot of people have been saying that for a while now, Alan.
Yeah, I know. And exactly. We've had people on to talk about that. I believe it was Keith Smith and others. Now, the counter to that has been, he's going to take shots away from Darius Acuff and some of the other younger players. I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, I don't know if we're going to see a different type of Zach LaVine because it's a contract season, but we haven't really seen Zach LaVine, I don't want to say be a ball hog, but put up 30 shots a night. I think it was more of a fear, honestly, with DeMar DeRozan than Zach LaVine. I think the problem with Zach LaVine is he hasn't looked engaged enough. So I think a lot of people are worried about, I'm not saying to not bring him off the bench. I would be good with that. But even starting it, the Zach LaVine that I've seen, it doesn't feel like you have to worry that much. Now, again, contract season, so I know it might be different, but I haven't seen anything from Zach LaVine to think, oh, man, he's going to cost Acuff. I saw somebody on social media quote tweet what we posted on the station and say he's going to take 19 to 20 shots away from Acuff. I'm like, are you sure about that?
He hasn't taken that many shots in a game in a while.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, are you sure about that?
So is Zach LaVine and are the Kings best served with him coming off the bench next year? And who are the 10 greatest shooters of all time, according to this list? That and more next. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, I heard you're extending the 4th of July sales event because the deals were so good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, save thousands more with 0% financing for 60 months.
Wow, $14,000 off MSRP and 0% financing. That's crazy.
At Hoblet, our goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. Plus, we have over 600 Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $9,500 dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives include $500 on the job upfit with eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 0% financing for 60 months on approved credit through SFS. $16.67 per thousand borrowed. 10th net savings. See dealer for details.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back to the Area Code Show. Alan Stiles. I had a little misstep on the area codes. I think area codes, which area code belongs where, it's kind of like ice hockey. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that don't know that, and maybe soccer's a better example. There's a lot of people that don't know one way or the other.
Right.
But the people that know care a great deal.
I care a great deal.
Uh-huh.
I care. I'm kicking myself. You know? I got an uncle down there, Inglewood.
I don't know if that's 310, but I'm going to check
You
his
should
phone
just be
number.
careful because you kind of committed some unforced errors on it.
No, I know that, but you know me. Yeah, he's definitely 310.
Okay.
So hopefully he wasn't listening.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out my Uncle Kev.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I thought I was your Uncle Kev.
I've never thought of you as my Uncle Kev.
Okay. Here you go. This is from Bleacher Report. These are the 10 greatest shooters of all time. They have a list of 99. We mentioned Zach LaVine's on there. Here are the 10 greatest according to them. Then we'll get back to Zach LaVine and his role with the Kings and what it should be. 10, Kyle Korver.
No, you got to have my boy Korver up there.
42.9% three-point shooter for his career.
he I just liked watching him kind of run around. Is Doug McBuckets on here? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Number 9, Dame Lillard.
Dame time.
Mm-hmm. Number 8, Dirk Nowitzki. 38% from 3 for his career. Number 7, Steve Nash.
7? Am I missing something?
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize what a great, great shooter he was. He's known for his playmaking. Great freaking shooter. 49% career, 42.8 from 3.
I don't know. I don't recall that.
Number 6, Larry Bird.
Too low.
Maybe.
Too low.
He's one of those guys that if he played in an era where they shot more threes, woo. Number 5, Klay Thompson.
Clayface.
Too low.
Yeah. Could be. 44.8% from the floor, 40.9 three-point shooting. Number 4 on the list of the 99 greatest shooters of all time, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant
over Clay
at 4?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You know, some of this they must be taking into account the ability to make tough shots or something. I mean, if you just go pure shooting,
This staff.
this list is.
I know we have an all hands meeting tomorrow.
Bleacher Report staff. Number 3, Ray Allen.
There we go.
Number 2, Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Steph. Number 1, greatest shooter of all time.
I don't have a problem with those 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay's a top 5 guy. KD, not so much.
Yeah, that was a little bit surprising.
I think I throw Bird in there with
Clay.
those 4 plus Bird.
And get KD up out of there. Yeah. Peja too low.
Yeah.
Peja need to be top.
There's the
10.
rifleman, Chuck Person.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go over it more closely.
Kyrie at 12. Come on.
Kyrie 12.
no.
Steve Kerr 13.
Oh, hold on now. Kyrie
Mark
at 12.
Price.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
a
didn't
little
make the list,
much.
Alan.
Paxson.
12. There is
Mark Price. Did you say Mark Price?
Mark Price.
Mark Price is on there. JJ
JJ?
Dale Ellis.
Glenn Rice. Dale Ellis is on there. I'm not sure. Drazen Petrovic.
17.
He's a great shooter, man.
17.
He's a great freaking shooter.
What are the metrics on this?
43.7% career three-point shooting.
Well, yeah, how many a game?
3.
Yeah, well, like
Almost 1.
come on,
0.9.
man.
Chris Mullin.
Yeah.
Jerry West, James Harden, and on and on.
Kawhi 21.
Yeah, see, that's one that's too high, right? If you're just talking about shooting. Jeff Hornacek.
Chris Paul was 22.
Again. So there must be other things they take into.
This is crazy.
Jokic 26.
26?
Kobe 27.
Kobe?
Yeah.
Not Jay on the Kobe. No, not Jay on the Kobe again. Leave him be.
Kobe, 32.9% three-point shooting. Great player, but because he was a great player, that didn't mean he was a great shooter.
You said Jordan was 25?
Yeah.
That might be too high.
Might be. Luka, Rick Barry should be higher.
Luka's where?
Luka is 28.
What is this?
I don't know. You have to talk to staff. One more, and we'll get back to Zach. Pete Maravich is number 30. And Pete Maravich, career three-point shooting, 66.7.
All right.
Because he was like...
He took every 4 games?
No, he was like 4 for 6 or something in his only year with the three-point.
Come on,
I'm about to say, did they even have threes?
Just at the very end.
I'm making a group chat with Andy Bailey, Dan Favale, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
Hodges, Tucker, Marley.
I think they're on there, Jay.
This is
I'm not
ridiculous.
sure about Tucker, but I definitely saw the other two. But how about Zach LaVine? So we agree. Zach LaVine should be coming off the bench this year.
He won't.
It's best for the. Well, but if he doesn't, then okay. Then it's just a matter of waiting him out till he's done. And then I just saw something today from Keith Smith that said the Kings project to have like over $30 million in cap space next year. A big part of that would be Zach LaVine.
Go get him.
Books.
I don't know who, but go get him. Go get him. Yeah, I do feel, I feel slimy, though. I feel slimy saying Zach LaVine should come off the bench for the Kings. And I feel slimy because I think he should be starting. And based on players, I know fit, I get it. But I think he should be starting. And I do think that unless he goes to a contender, he will be starting next season.
Well, it's possible that Zach LaVine would have been better served if earlier in his career someone had realized, you know what, that's what you are. You're like some of these shooting specialists we have.
Yeah, but he's just been too hyper athletic to only be that, right? That's I think part of the issue. So he can slash. I mean, look, the thing about Zach LaVine is
Paul George 31.
That's less egregious. But the thing about
Dale Ellis 32, Jay, your guy.
Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr's way up there, like 13 or something. What do you got, Alan?
The thing about Zach LaVine.
Seth Curry, 34.
John Elliott?
Seth Curry. What is the
34.
thing about Zach LaVine?
When he's got every shot in the book, and when you watch him, his first step is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So it's tough to put him in, hey, just run around screens all day, And I think what could have happened, and people kind of sleep on Ray Allen, is Ray Allen wasn't the kind of straight up marksman and solely a marksman until he got a little bit older.
Right. Yeah.
But Zach LaVine, I think he just got caught between everybody saying, hey, you can be the guy, and he never really got there, and now he's kind of stuck in a limbo. But it's tough for me to say that Zach LaVine is a sixth man, and I'm not, I have never been accused of being a Zach LaVine fanboy in any capacity, but yeah, it's just tough. I don't think that Zach LaVine is a sixth man yet. I don't think that he's just solely a shooter because his step is just too ridiculous, and he's got every shot in the book. He's got every shot in the book.
Well, I was going to say that might be his best role on this team, but again, because you're trying to develop the young players. But again, and we'll talk more about it top of the hour, that whole issue of relegation rears its head.
Right. Yes. And
potentially.
I was thinking about that. Did I hear the Zach LaVine stuff live, or I can't remember if it was live or
53 Kiki Vandeweghe.
Live or in the car. But it was when I saw the response to Jason and Carmichael Dave. When I saw that quote tweet, when I saw the response to that, I thought, yeah, but the other part of it too is you cannot be in relegation. And you're still scrolling. Trae Young is way too low. Trae Young at 81 is crazy.
That's 61.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah. Okay, 61.
Jason Terry, 59. Trae Young,
what?
60.
We saw Jason Terry in the summer league just mobbing around at one of the hotels. Shout out Jason Terry.
Joe Harris, 64. He could shoot.
He's in front of Trae Young?
He's on this list. I had nothing to do with it.
Is he in front of Trae Young?
At Bleach Report. I think he's just behind Trae Young.
Oh, my
spots.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all over the place.
Wally Zerbiak.
You can shoot it.
Yeah, Wally need to be higher.
Jason Capono, number 70. So anyway, Danny Green's on there. That's a Bleach Report, top 99 shooters of all time.
Danny Green is 72. That feels too low.
Yeah, he's a 40.3-point shooter for his career on just under 2 made a game.
That's way too low.
Yeah.
For Danny Green.
Greg Hodges, that was your guy, right? Yeah. Jason
73.
Wow. No Sean Elliott?
I haven't seen him.
No Thunder Dan?
Dan Marley is on here. I think he's higher up, but I definitely saw him on here. Wesley Person.
John Paxson? I haven't heard that yet.
Hubert Davis.
We saw him.
Chuck Person is number 80. Well done, Jay.
Somebody asked about Legler.
Legler is definitely on here. I passed him up already, but he's definitely on there.
And yes, to the 916, we did say Peja was 11.
Peja was 11. And Vince Carter, number 81. So
Vince.
So are you agreed? LaVine comes off the bench. You sound like you're not sure yet.
I was in, and I don't know. I just don't. I think he's too good to come off the bench. Does it make sense for the Kings? Yeah, but this is it's a DeMar conversation a little bit.
Just think if I had my, Domas and you have Levine and Malik coming off.
Yeah, you got the whole. We can't trade you. We'll bench you.
No.
If we can't trade you,
What a second unit.
grab some pine meat.
When we come back, a harsh look at what the Kings should have learned this offseason. I mean, a harsh lesson, according to some. That's next with The Drive, guys. So, hey, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Have you seen The Odyssey at the Esquire IMAX Theater? Director Christopher Nolan shot every frame entirely on 1570 IMAX film, and Sacramento's Esquire IMAX Theater is one of only 40 theaters in the world, showing The Odyssey in brand new IMAX film technology, as Nolan intended his epic film to be seen in IMAX format.
No one could stand between me and home, not even the gods.
See The Odyssey for the first time or again, and lock in your seats for the best movie experience, only at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more, enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club in Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
Bring the entire family out to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. From exciting action on the field to smiles in the stands, it's the perfect place to make family memories. Plan your next family night out at the ballpark. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
We've been talking about the greatest shooters of all time. There's a new list from Allen and his buddies at Bleacher Report about the top 99 shooters of all time. Zach LaVine is on the list. He's number 89, if I'm not mistaken, 87. He probably should be, well, no, probably. He should be a lot higher. Here's what they write about him and really underscores what a great shooter he's been. Zach LaVine has hit 39.1% of his career three-point attempts, and he's made 2.4 per game. There are only 11 players in league history who match or exceed both of those marks. I don't have the list here. I don't know who they are, but that just gives you an idea what an elite three-point shooter he has been. I mean, elite. Oh, but he makes his money. Oh, he doesn't play, but he needs a defense. He is an absolutely elite shooter.
Oh, you know who I thought about during the break? Was Donovan Mitchell on the list?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I think he's kind of middle of the pack there, but yeah, he's definitely on there.
I mean, he can shoot it, so that was one guy I thought about.
Yeah, the list is a little goofy because I think sometimes they take into account a guy's ability to make big shots rather than just pure shooters. But then you've got Grayson Allen's on the list. And who's the guy that was on the Lakers this year? And he used to be, I'll think of it. The white guy is a pretty good shooter, active.
Oh, you're talking about Luke Kennard?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
The lefty.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't on it?
He is on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's kind of weird because you have guys like that, and then you also have like LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Well, it's
we're talking about shooting?
Yeah, we're battling pure shooting versus a player that has shot it a lot or somewhat well throughout their career.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, check that out if you wish. Kind of fun, in the off season here. We have also from ESPN, I think this is our friend Ben Gulliver, and he wrote one thing that each team should have learned from this summer, or what we've learned about them this summer.
Oh, let's go.
Just one thing, Alan. Are you sure you're ready for it?
I am definitely ready for it.
Sacramento Kings, what we've learned. The Kings need to start worrying about draft relegation now, end quote. That's what it says.
Oh, my gosh. We got to get him on. Oh, no.
As I said.
Oh, no.
Kind of grim. Yeah.
Sacramento. Yeah, you want to bring Zach LaVine off the bench.
The system, he talks about the new lottery reform.
Wow.
System designed to discourage hardcore tanking. This all makes sense, but some teams can't help being bad and will pay the price under the new rules. Sacramento is worth keeping an eye on in this conversation.
Wow.
Says Ben Gulliver.
Not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong.
They waived Amar. They're counting on better health from Domas to boost their outlook. The Kings' top 5 contracts all look overly generous. Zach, Sabonis, Hunter, Murray, Monk. Meanwhile, Sacramento used its lottery pick on Darius Acuff. In past years, the Kings could give the car keys to Acuff, go into tank mode, and position themselves for another top-end talent in the draft. Next year, the Kings could easily find themselves in the relegation zone at the exact moment they can least afford it, writes Ben Gulliver. This is the kind of the doomsday scenario that I think Kings fans have kind of been aware of, but yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Hey, how about this Acuff? Hey,
yeah,
what are we doing with Domas?
I mean, It's bad, but the reality is, hey, and I know this is, copium, but you own your pick. It's one less ping pong ball. You know what's going to happen. A team in the relegation zone is going to get the first overall pick. That's probably what's going to happen, and people are going to say, how the heck does this happen? Right? I mean, look at the Bulls jumping up. So
I don't have the odds memorized, but isn't it like if you get 3 ping pong balls, you have like an 8-point-something% chance?
Something like that.
Other teams, it's 5, I believe, and I have to double check. So, I mean, it's not like you have no chance.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But you still would rather have the 8% chance.
Of course. The relegation, yeah. Well, each team participating in the draft lottery, 3, 2, or 1. Teams that do not qualify, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, there's those. Oh, here you go. So the 3 worst records will have a 5.4% chance to get the first overall pick. And then the money area that those 7 teams have an 8.1.
That's the sweet spot.
So, I mean, it ain't 2. You're not out of the running. You would have. Here's the thing, though, Whitey, as you continue on, and I think this might be more important. It's not just the first pick. You have a 5% chance at the second overall pick, and those safety teams, we'll call it, the non-playing teams, they say 8%. It's just 8% all the way from them. 8 for the second, 8 for the third, 8 for the fourth, 8 for the fifth. Then it drops to 7 after the fifth. For relegation sensation, 6% chance at the third, 6% chance at the fourth, 6% chance at the fifth. So 2% less for 3 to 6, right? And then 3% less for the second, and a little bit less than 3 for the first. So it's not impossible.
It's not, but we know that the league is committed to the new lottery rules for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's 3 or 4 years. The one thing that will convince them more than anything else to change those rules, if one team ends up doing very well, a team that's already good, people will be upset. But the one thing that will convince the NBA to change the rules back more than anything is if a team is sentenced to a nuclear winter where it's a bad team that isn't getting any good draft picks.
Yeah.
And you just pray that your team is not that team.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be 3 years where you're just like a lost cause. Yeah, that wasn't right, but we're going to change it back. Sorry about those 3 years.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking here to kind of add it all together. If you're in relegation, yeah, this is crazy when you look at it. This is where it gets a little scary. If you're in relegation, you have a 14% chance at the 11th pick, and non-relegation have a 4% chance. You have a 25% chance at the 12th pick. Meanwhile, non-playing teams, non-relegation have a 2% chance. To kind of round it out here, Whitey.
So a 25% chance at the 12th pick in a draft that all experts say
is terrible. 16% chance at a top 3 pick. That's the relegation. 24% chance at a top 3 pick, non-playing, non-relegation. 28% chance at a top 5 pick, relegation. 39% chance at a top 5 pick for those non-play and non-relegation teams.
I don't have the odds.
It is a big deal, but it ain't.
Well, there's a
done.
very good chance, the way you spell that out, that some bad team is going to really suffer from this. And the NBA is apparently okay with that because at least then teams won't be tanking, but you run the risk of defeating the whole purpose of the draft, which is to, in some ways, try to ensure competitive balance. Hopefully it won't matter for the Kings, but it's going to matter for some poor teams.
This is crazy. Yeah, Whitey. I mean, you look at this, guys, and wouldn't you say you can't trade Domantas Sabonis? I'm serious.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I understand your point.
You got to get to the trade deadline. You can't trade him in the summer. How about that? Because if you start out,
depends what I'd get for him. But you're probably right because we don't think they're going to get much.
Right.
That's
so
the
you
only
can
reason
get a first.
I say, maybe.
You get a first rounder, but you're in relegation.
Yeah.
So you trade him for a 12th pick and a bad draft. Obviously, you would do it if you get a first rounder. Don't get me wrong, but my point is, you can't be. You understand now. Hey, we're not getting much back for Domantas. He just got on the court. What was that? 2 weeks ago. And relegation, I opened it because I thought, hey, well, it's not as scary as I thought. It was fine. I wasn't as scared until I saw 14% chance at the 11th pick and 25% chance at the 12th pick. That's scary.
When you combine that with your view, which I think is based in reality, that, wow, there's a lot of other teams that are much more advanced in terms of their rebuilds, it's kind of sobering from the Kings standpoint.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, Raider Ted. Man, this is brutal. It is, because I hadn't read it in a while, and I was of the mindset, oh, you still got a chance, which you do, but it is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're liking my LeBron, AD, Kyrie plan a little more, aren't you?
I never disliked it. I just living in reality.
You won't have to worry about relegation then. You just have to.
I just saw.
I was going to say, you've got to hope Domas is like he was when he was third team All-League.
You need it. You need it. I'm seeing here, this is from the. All right, Jay, what's the 619?
San Diego.
Yeah, even I got that one.
Yeah, see, and I was just testing Jay because he was joking me earlier, and I knew that one. 619, Whitey, we have a image, a picture that just came through on the text line. This picture, the newly renovated Acuff Jr. jersey. So this fan sent us this picture from the 619. No name, 619, give us a name so we can shout you out. Whitey, it's a Fox jersey, and he did not cross out Fox. He put Acuff Jr. under the 5. He says, newly renovated Acuff Jr. jersey.
See, if I saw that, if I saw someone wearing that, I would think they're saying Fox is better than Acuff.
I think they're just showing their respect to Fox by not, doing what I said and crossing Fox out.
It's a Fox jersey with Acuff on.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or they got a hybrid and they wanted to show respect.
You do you, but that doesn't work for me.
Okay. Jay, I know you can see it on you see it? I don't have a problem with it if Fox was your guy. This is something. Wait, are you related to Matt George? Is this person related to Matt George? 619. Are you related to MG? Were you listening to the MGP? Because this is something Matt George would do. You show respect to the past, right?
Yeah, I appreciate the effort and everything, but for me, it doesn't quite work.
No, it hits for me. If Fox was your guy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't wear it, no. But if Fox was your guy, and thank you for sending the picture, 619. Shout out San Diego. Gas Lamp in the building.
Woohoo!
Petco Park.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, we got to get one of these. Hey, where did you get this so we can get one for Matt George's birthday? Can we?
Wait, I was going to get him some Narnia stuff.
Well, we can put Narnia on the back, on the front.
Jay, Alan, what's the deal with De'Aaron Fox's new shoes?
They're not new, right, Jay? The 2s have already been out. It's just a new colorway. But the colorway, I don't know if it's because school's almost back. They partnered with Sharpie.
Somebody drew all over them, right?
Yeah, and I guess there's like more crowns than you would expect. So I don't know. Clearly they weren't made before the trade because the trade happened a while ago. But yeah, it's a bunch of drawings on it. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be a cool story. Maybe like his kids drew on it, but I haven't read that. But he's getting fried.
He is. Not just for the shoes. I feel badly for him. He's become
the comments are insane.
Yeah, he's become synonymous with choking.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how that happened.
Somebody said you should have drew bricks on them.
Man. Seriously,
somebody said you put them on and you automatically choke in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. I know De'Aaron was probably, as much as he's, nonchalant, he's probably thinking, I really don't want to drop these right now. I really don't. But he had no choice. Mm-hmm. They probably had it all planned out. It's perfect, right? You go to the win or lose, you go to the finals, then you drop your shoe. It's perfect marketing.
I understand. I saw the games and I know that, wow, he played poorly and they played poorly. Am I naive to think it's a little overboard? No,
it's not overboard.
The Photoshop of anybody.
They put him on Messi on Argentina.
Yeah. Look, it doesn't offend me personally. I just feel badly for him. And I'm wondering where it all came from, unless it's all driven by fans here.
I will say this.
Unless Allen did it.
No. And yeah, I didn't expect all this. When I started the hate train, it was a humble beginnings. I did not expect it to go this far. I will say this. I didn't expect it to last this long.
Right, that's the
You know,
other
in this
thing.
day and age, I thought people would have moved on by now.
The soccer thing stunned me. The World Cup images stunned me.
Yeah. This is, okay, we have another text from 619. Hey, this is Dr. Diego.
I thought so, yeah.
Fox was my guy. Tired of putting my Kings jerseys to the closet. I like that, Dr. Diego.
Dr. Diego, yeah.
He's like, I spent my hard-earned money on these jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, I'm keeping it. I like Fox, and I'm going to respect Acuff Jr. too. Dr. Diego, we'll see you down there. You meet us out there at the wall in Inglewood. Shout out to 310. Shout out to 310. You come meet us up there, Dr. Diego.
Had a little hitch in his follow through there. The 310.
Come meet us out there, Dr. Diego. That's a great name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're good with me. That jersey's good with me.
We'll go down there when the Kings play the San Diego Trailblazers, right?
Man. I mean, what? That would give California how many teams? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They can't have 5 teams, Whitey.
It's not they, it's we, and yes, we can. We should have more.
I mean, the NBA. San Diego, though, that would be cool. But I haven't been to Portland. I know Portland is a vibe. I know it's a good time. Technically, I think I have been to Portland, but not, I haven't done Portland like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Especially with all the A stuff, it's hard to sit there and not feel icky talking about another move.
I agree. What I would really like to know is what the Kings think of this notion. Obviously, publicly, they're not going to say, oh, yeah. But I wonder, behind closed doors, when it comes time to planning for this season, what are we going to accomplish? How do we avoid relegation? How do we get to where we want to get to with these new rules? I would love to know what they're actually thinking. And at some point, we have to find out, don't we? At least some of that. What the plan is for this year, what the goals are.
But that's my whole thing about the maybe wrong person or wrong example to use. But that's my Benedict Mathurin. That's been my Benedict Mathurin take. That's been my Kuminga take. We don't know what's going to happen, so you just have to find a way to get talent in. I think there's a big difference between having talent that doesn't necessarily fit when they're all under 26 versus having talent that doesn't necessarily fit and you're trying to compete, right? At least you can sift through these things. Now, obviously, you want to avoid relegation, so I get it. It's kind of a chicken or the egg. Well, if you go in that direction, you might be in relegation. If you try to keep winning, right, or try to compete, at least you'll stay out of it. And you could still end up with the 8th, 9th pick, right?
The pick is the pick.
The pick is the pick.
I could see them as an organization saying, well, hopefully things will fall our way. I think we saw this thinking to a degree last year when they had an opportunity to lose more games and they decided, no, we're going to win. Maybe they go into this year and they approach it just like they would have without the new lottery reform. I hope they don't do that, but perhaps that's the feeling. We got to develop these players. That's more important.
You can look at that and say, look, we'll still have a chance. We're going to take our chances. And at least I'll say this, at least it would seem the problem last season was it was so egregious. The Kings would literally be saying, we don't really have a choice, right? We could still get screwed even if we were not in the relegation. So we have to develop our young guys and let the chips fall where they may. I know you don't want, nobody wants them to be in relegation, Whitey, but they might feel like they're between a rock and a hard place. You have the Candlestick 49er. They've been chiming in throughout the show talking about one playoff season over 30 years, and they're basically just saying it's a good thing we won those meaningless games at the end of last season. Look, Candlestick 49er, you've chimed in and said it a couple times. You're preaching to the choir here.
Yep.
Right? We were saying that.
People get mad at us for saying that.
Yes. And we only focus on our show here on the station. We don't talk about other shows. But Whitey and I, there were fans, there were listeners that were upset with us when we were not getting upset with the team, but saying this doesn't make any sense when they were having all the family reunions in Toronto and in LA. We're there. We hear you. It's over now, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's over, right? We didn't like it when it was happening. We said it on these airwaves as a flagship. We said it, but we're here now.
Yeah, and I think it's also totally in bounds to say Acuff could be a good player. Hopefully they got a good player. At the same time, I think they would have been better off getting one of the top 4 players.
Yes.
And I know you can't guarantee that, but you could have given yourself a much better chance of doing that. And you can have it both ways.
I said that on social media a couple weeks ago, and there were some Acuff fans. We traded Westbrook fans for Acuff fans, it feels like, and people were mad at me for saying that. I said, can we live in a world where we are happy the Kings ended up with Acuff, but still be upset with them for winning too many dang games?
Yeah, the issue is, like you just said, it is over. What's the point of being upset?
Yeah.
What would it help?
But I tell you what, when we were out there, the band's alive, fellas.
Yeah.
Now, I know you would have had to lose. The Wizards were focused on losing, but the band's alive.
Caleb.
Oh, my God.
Bombs away.
It was crazy. There was a play. That was one of the toughest layup. Debanza, it was just, y'all, get out my way. Get out my way. He did the Euro Whitey with his long strides, and then he took the contact, layup. I almost shed a tear. Watching that.
Involuntarily or a voluntary tear?
You'll never know.
No.
You'll never know. Well, I couldn't, I was in a public space, and, Bobby Marks was walking by. I couldn't, hey, Bobby.
Right, and the commissioner was there.
Yeah, hey, Adam. What are you crying for, Alan? The tank rules. You killed it. Why us? Why now, Adam? That's what I should have said to him when everybody was around him, like he was a celebrity. Hey, Adam, why now? Why now? You see this? We're in Sacramento, buddy. Why? We did it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should have said to him.
Unless one of the teams that they've been talking with about Domas comes back around and says, hey, we're really interested again. I don't think that happens, but unless that happens, I'd be very surprised if the Kings do anything of significance between now and camp. I just think that's where we are. The roster, I think, is pretty much set.
Yeah, I agree. We still got to see what DeAndre Hunter looked like. Here's the positives. Okay, here's the Carmichael Dave Allen optimist thing. DeAndre Hunter contract season, Zach LaVine contract season. I think the reality is you're not going to do everything, right? You're going to hope you do one of the things and that it pays off for you. What do I mean by that? You're either going to develop these guys to a high level and risk relegation, or your vets are going to play well. You're going to avoid relegation, but maybe your young guys don't get – I'm not really counting Acuff there, the other guys, but maybe your young guys don't get as much run as you want.
Try this on as an organizational philosophy. We're going to play. We don't want to be relegated, but we got to develop the young players. If we're relegated, not good. Hopefully things fall in our favor, but if they don't, we're going to have so much cap space next year that we can bring in some young free agents that'll be just like getting a good draft pick.
The second draft sweepstakes begins.
I could see how that could be the play.
Yeah, and it's true. It's true. But again, you're going to be talking about guys like, they might have a couple warts on them. It's a Benedict Mathurin. It's a Jonathan Kuminga. It ain't going to be guys, unless, to your point, Whitey, let's say, for example, Peyton Watson was available this season. But, not to get into the restricted free agency thing, but somebody like that, you could say we can just cash him out. Mm-hmm. And now we have a young 25-year-old who's going to help us, and we know he can ball a little bit. Yeah, we don't have to, because of the cap space, we don't have to solely rely on the draft. So we're just going to do what we have to do.
Well, what's really fascinating to me is, as we've discussed this, we have entertained the notion that relegation would be maybe to an organization like the Kings be. We don't want that. We don't want to be relegated, but if we are,
right,
it won't kill us.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've all been assuming, oh, man, you got to avoid that.
Yeah.
I wonder how teams are looking at it.
Well, you just don't know where everybody's going to end up, right? Let's say we go with the second option that I said, and the Kings avoid relegation. Mm-hmm. So Neek doesn't play as much, and enter Maxime doesn't play as much, guys like that. And then the Kings end up with the 8th pick. Kings fans, including myself, would be mad and say, well, that was stupid. You avoided relegation. You still ended up with the 8th, 9th pick in a bad draft, and you didn't develop anybody.
11th North says, look at the 2027 free agents. It's gross. We will do that. Thank you. We will take a look at that. When we come back, we'll talk to Vic Tafer from The Athletic about what team, Alan? Bang, bang, Niner gang.
It used to be the Raiders.
He used to.
Yeah.
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 And we forgive him for that, don't we?
We try.
Vic Tafer next. More Kings news also coming up on Sactown Sports.
How aggressively should Scott Perry and the Kings look to trade Zach LaVine this season?
This isn't LaVine a year ago or 2 years ago. There's no reason to just trade him to trade him. He's a $49 million asset coming off the books at the end of the year. So you have to ask yourself, well, okay, if you're going to trade him this year, what are you getting for him? If you let him go to the end of the year, you're getting nothing. But everybody is at or near the cap right now. So you have to think like a general manager.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Delta breeze cools us down nicely. We're going to start in the upper 50s. Afternoon highs back in the low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. Celebration of 80 years of 49ers football. Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 35, signing Deion Sanders.
After 5 very productive and highlight-filled seasons in Atlanta, Deion Sanders was a big-ticket NFL free agent. Deion signed a 1-year contract with the 49ers on September 15th of 94 for approximately $1.3 million. He chose the 49ers to pursue a Super Bowl title, which he did achieve. As they won the Super Bowl, he earned NFL Defensive Player of the Year honors for the 1994 season. For the year, he had 6...
They saying, oh, man, it's a little, what's going on here yesterday. Then this morning I saw it come in from Shefty.
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll, baby.
Our next guest used to cover the Raiders.
That's right.
But he's joining us to talk about the 49ers from The Athletic. Very interesting post today about one thought on every player on the Niners defense. We welcome back Vic Tafur. How are you, Vic?
Doing good, guys. How you doing?
We're doing fine. You have anything for the Raider fan to my left here who's excited about Fernando?
Come on, Vic. It's our time, baby.
I agree. I think you guys are heading in the right direction. I think that's the first time probably in a while you can say everyone's got a plan, everyone's on the same page. I think it bodes well.
There you go.
Thank you.
Very nice.
That's all we needed.
Yeah. Vic, as far as 49ers go, I know this is an obvious question, but you could answer it better than most. How much better would an improved pass rush actually make the 49ers secondary, which was a little iffy last year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got Nick Bosa coming back. It's a big deal. I think they hope Romelo Height, the rookie, can kind of contribute. But I still feel you need one more guy on that pass rush to help replace Bryce Huff, who retired. But clearly better pass rush day one than you had last year when everybody was hurt.
Yeah, Vic, we were breaking down some of the numbers yesterday about the age of the Niners, and Whitey pointed out that the offense is really the side with the elder statesmen. The defense is fairly young. Because of that, just in general, do you think the Niners age conversation is a little bit overstated, or are they old?
They're a little old. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. And also, all those guys who kind of were hurt last year, you're kind of banking on them not being hurt again, which, gets tougher the older you get. Injuries kind of pile up the older you get. And even the guys they had, like Mike Evans was hurt last year and Christian Kirk. So I think they're hoping for good luck. They had a lot of bad luck last year. But I think talent-wise, you clearly see why they're one of the better teams in the league. And knock on wood, everyone stays healthy this year.
Yeah, Vic Tafur from The Athletic with us. I know you wrote about that, Vic, and you just addressed it. I don't mean to be redundant, but the 49ers are always dealing with injuries, it seems, and yet they are eager to bring in players that are coming off injuries. Can you explain that? Organizationally, they just feel like talent carries the day and bad luck is the root of the injuries? How do you explain that?
Yeah, I think pretty much you're banking on guys. Mike Evans was pretty healthy before last year, and he's a guy who wanted to come here. He took less money to come here. He's probably, I think, a Hall of Famer with a couple good years. I think he's a guy who fits in well. You look at Kyle Shanahan's offense, kind of go back to the days of Julio Jones, kind of that big X receiver. That's what Mike Evans is, a third down, red zone monster. So he's motivated. He's healthy right now, and I think he'll be a good fit for this offense.
I know we're talking defense, but just a quick ask there, Vic. Of course, the conversation around Debo and whether or not he's going to come back, and are they just trying to get that old thing back? Well, are you hearing anything about Debo? Is it just Niner, I guess the team talking about it as far? Yeah, just hey, back to the good old days. Are you hearing anything about it? And why do we keep hearing conversations about the Niner wide receivers when, in my opinion, it feels like they added a good amount of wide receiver depth this offseason?
Yeah, it feels like that ship's kind of sailed. I know Debo is a popular guy, and he's in good shape right now. He wants to find a new home. But I just think this receiver room right now, you're pretty much set. I think when they got Mike Evans, to me, that kind of ended Debo's chances of coming back. Plus, they have a young guy and Jacob Cowling, who they want to be the kind of speed guy with the running play. So I think I'm not sure there's a fit for Debo. I'm not sure he could probably get a better job somewhere else with more upside, more of a possible targets somewhere else. So and the money probably better. So I think he's in good shape. We'll keep waiting, and stuff. At some point there'll be an opening, and he'll be happy.
Vic, I think the two most obvious things that went wrong for the Niners last year, aside from the injuries, is defensively they couldn't get to the quarterback, and then offensively the running game just wasn't what it used to be. I understand how improved health should beef up the passing pass attack, the pass rush, but how does the running game get better this year? What's the plan?
It's a good question. I think ideally the O-line got to a slow start last year, and I think they got better down the stretch, so they hopefully can build off that. They got some younger guys. Dominic Pooney's a guy who had a big rookie year and wasn't as great last year. He had an injury in training camp, kind of lingered for a while. So if he's at full health, and we get that push from him, and Trent Williams is back, still one of the best left tackles in the league. And they're hoping for more diversity in the running attack. I mean, McCaffrey obviously is the workhorse, but they want to get Jordan James more involved, and also the rookie Kayvon Black. So they're trying to give Christian some rest, which he doesn't want, but at some point you got to force it, and hopefully he's on board.
Yeah, Vic, we carry the 49er games here, and I think it was before the game down there against the Rams. We had the pregame show, Matt Mayoko talking to John Lynch, and Matt Mayoko asked John Lynch about the rushing game, what's wrong? And he said, well, we're not getting the blocking that we normally get from the wide receivers. Is that GM speak? Was it actually one of the factors last year?
No, that's also a good point. It's a big part of the offense now. Javon Jennings had kind of a weird year last year, but he's a big part of that, blocking, running in the running game. So they're hoping the young guy, the rookie Stribling this year, can be part of that, and they hope that, again, more of an overall focus. I think look at last year, the scheme wasn't quite, just wasn't fitting, wasn't hitting on all cylinders. I hope this year they can get that on the right track from day one.
Well, Vic, it wouldn't be a 49ers convo without an Ayuk question. Any
sure you
update?
Want to do that,
well,
Vic?
I don't think there's much to it, right, Vic? It's just the same thing. If he doesn't want to come in, then the Niners are just going to wait it out. Is it just that simple?
Yeah, it seems like the last few days have been the last Instagram post. Maybe someone took away his phone finally, but he's done himself no favors of the last couple of weeks. All his posts. I think the Commanders, have gotten cold feet. And the next step, he has to show up and kind of apply for reinstatement, at which point they'll cut him. That hasn't happened, and who knows when it won't happen, but clearly not in the team's plans, and I don't know if for another team looking for a receiver, he may be more of a headache than he is a solution.
Are you the one that took his phone, Vic?
I wish that was. I wish I'd done that weeks ago, but no, it wasn't me. But I'm glad someone did. I'll knock on wood. Tomorrow will be a big rash of posts. But I think for him, he's got to just lay low and file for reinstatement and stop posting all this stuff, and maybe people can, the need outweighs the concerns about his issues.
Well, Vic, I don't know if you're aware, but the trailer for the new Avengers came out, and with that being said, X-Men has been introduced to the Marvel Universe. Is George Kittle part Wolverine? Because how did he pull this off? And
quite the segue, I got to say. That was a good build-up. You had me going there. I was like, where the hell is he going with this? All right, good. Sorry, go ahead.
Just how did he pull this off? Whitey can't even stop laughing. But how did he pull this off? And, what should Niner fans expect from him at this point in, I guess, his career, right? He's not that old, but he's just been dinged up so much.
Yeah, he's ahead of schedule, and he's really happy. I think he's aiming for week 1, though to me it's a question mark because of the travel, 19 hours on a plane to Australia. I mean, maybe you're better off waiting for week 2. They have 3 home games, weeks 2 through 4, so maybe that's a better ramp for him to kind of take off. But clearly he works really hard, and he has a lot of pride in what he does, and I think he's still one of the best tight ends in the league, and he wants to help prove that. So I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this team this year, and he's definitely one of them.
We'll let you go on this one, Vic, but I got to try one of those too. Last night I had a dream, and in my dream there was this fire truck, and I looked, and the fire truck was being driven by an elephant, and I was surprised to see that. So speaking of, who do you think sets up as the surprise team in the NFL this year?
Surprise team NFL. I was going to say, let's go with the Saints. I think the Saints well done stretch last year. They got some continuity with their. I mean, there's so many new coaches this year. Like there's 10 new head coaches. I think there's 16 new defensive coordinators, 21 new offensive coordinators. So the Saints have some continuity with their coach and coordinators. The quarterback played well last year. They got Etienne, who's a nice addition. So I think the Saints will be the surprise team this year.
Very nice. Thank you, Vic. We appreciate it. We always learn a lot. And have a good weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, boys. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Vic.
That was great, Alan, because he goes, I was wondering where you're going. It's pretty good.
How many times do you feel like that during the show?
No, I just know. I just felt like, okay, We're going somewhere here.
The plane's going to land eventually. Yeah. Shout out, Vic.
Can't see the landing strip yet, but it's down there.
Then it just appears out of nowhere. Trust me, I've been on flights like that.
Okay. Is that the last we
This is the one.
Oh.
This is the one.
Yeah, Alan will be out at the Rivercats game, so if you see him, hey, Larry!
Yep. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Then you're back tomorrow, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full effect.
Hello, Larry. Well, it's tough to make ends meet when you're not here. Jerry Reynolds is going to join us top of the hour. And then when we come back, we're going to take a look at who's going to have a bigger impact this year on their season, LeBron or Aaron Donald. But we're going to miss you, Alan.
I will miss you.
Yeah. Thanks. Have a good time out at the Rivercats against the Oklahoma City
Comets, I think.
Comets.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
How aggressively should Scott Perry and the Kings look to trade Zach LaVine this season?
This isn't LaVine a year ago or 2 years ago. There's no reason to just trade him to trade him. He's a $49 million asset coming off the books at the end of the year. So you have to ask yourself, well, okay, if you're going to trade him this year, what are you getting for him? If you let him go to the end of the year, you're getting nothing. But everybody is at or near the cap right now. So you have to think like a general manager.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Most golfers practice their swing, but ignore the body swing in the club. We help golfers move better, get stronger, reduce pain, build power, and play longer. Join us for a free trial week and see how golf-specific training can help you support your body and your game. Try a class, meet the team, and find a right program for your goals. Call 916-802-5175 or visit golffitnesssolutions.com. Golf Fitness Solutions. Move better, feel better, play better.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after 4162 dealer discount and 11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th is net savings. Sample VIN 390-660. See dealer for details.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's two things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Here's good news for folks who have a jumbo loan. The Loan Exchange, America's jumbo lender, is offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at a 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR for loan amounts up to $3 million. So if you have a mortgage with an interest rate of 6% or higher, give America's jumbo lender a call at 833-436-8800. You drive around to find the cheapest gas, so why not refinance your mortgage? Every day you wait, you're wasting money on needless interest. Go to theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 to find out what your savings will be with a new 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com or call 833-436-8800 for a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 5.75% interest rate and 5.939% APR.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. ESPN right now has Banana Ball on. But, Jay, have you noticed the Savannah Bananas aren't playing?
Yeah.
It's the clowns against the party animals. Wow. I've never seen a Savannah Bananas Banana Ball game on TV that didn't have the bananas in it. Also, Jackie Bradley Jr. is playing center field. How much do you think they're paying him? I mean, that's a former major leaguer.
Got to be six figures, right?
Yeah.
Got to be six figures.
And this game probably does numbers comparable to some major league games, I would guess, ratings-wise.
Yeah, because they play in older ballparks and they play in like minor league ballparks, right?
Yeah. Yes. They've done that here. It looks like a good crowd. This is the weirdest thing. But that thing's taken out. I think there are 4 teams now, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a league.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a league.
And I guess they really try to win the games, but so it's not like the Globetrotters, but interesting. So is this, by the way, speaking of baseball real quick. I think Alan, I meant to mention this before he left, and I can mention it tomorrow when he's back. I think Alan and Jay may owe me an apology when it comes to baseball and my Kevin 7 I had probably 3 weeks ago when I had the 7 guys that when they're up, you don't go to the bathroom or anything like that. Like you make sure when one of these 7 players is up, you can't miss their at bat. And I had some players on there that you guys kind of, and I believe, if I remember correctly, one of the guys who made my list of players that when he's up, you got to watch. And you guys both said, yeah, I don't know, was Yordan Alvarez.
He was on your list.
He was on my list. And I think both of you guys were like, Jay, he's hit 328 with 34 homers, 77 RBI. He could win the Triple Crown. No one's won the Triple Crown since 2012. And before that was Cabrera. Before that, nobody won it since 67. And Alvarez could win the Triple Crown. And I believe both of you guys are like, yeah.
I don't remember if we did that much hooing and hawing about Alvarez, though.
I know Otto Lopez.
I was going to say Otto was one of them.
I know Otto Lopez.
There was another guy on there, too.
Maybe it was Allen. I think Yordan got kind of a maybe.
He's a good hitter. Yeah, he's definitely a good hitter.
Crown.
Yeah,
maybe.
Okay, I apapologize.
Maybe.
I apologize.
Right.
Yeah,
that's all right.
You were spot on.
Yeah,
you were spot on.
Thank you.
About 5 of them.
5 out of 7 is not bad.
That's definitely not bad.
Yeah. Weird thing about the Red Sox. Red Sox just had a 15-game winning streak that ended yesterday. They had 2 games yesterday. Won the first game, 15 straight wins, and that tied their franchise record set in 1946. Then they lost the second game. They've won 15 in a row going into tonight, and they're 3 games over 500.
They started off terrible.
Yeah.
They're just now getting themselves back into, wild card hunt and the race and everything else. But they're in it.
Yeah, they're 7 out of first, only 2 up on Seattle for the final wild card spot. And to me, it seems like there's more variance now in a baseball season. I remember a few years ago, the Braves won the World Series, and they had a losing record until August. And there was a time when that never happened. You had a good idea by at least by August who the best teams are. And now it seems like, Jay, it's more volatile, and you can be a bad team and then go on a winning streak like Boston, you're back in it, which really just underscores how terrible the Giants are because they've been just, right? I'm not taking shots. They've just been all year.
It's the extra wild card spots, Whitey. That's kind of where, we hear people talk about and position themselves, even in basketball. Yeah, I mean, football, too. The big 3 sports, they've added extra wild cards, extra positions to get into the postseason. This is the thing, though. And I know you always, as much as you're a Padre fan and you love the Padres, you grew up going to Giants games, correct?
And A's.
And A's games. Mother was a Dodger
That's
fan, right?
Yeah.
What was father?
Cardinals.
I
mean,
big time.
Big, yeah, and I still to this day I don't know exactly why. But
yeah,
huge St. Louis Cardinals.
So you didn't have really no fight for the Giants, minus the fact that you were out watching the ball game, right?
We followed and watched every game or listened if we weren't there, but yeah, no one in our house rooted for them.
But you were going to the games. I like that. I say that to say that you probably more than me are a little more forgiving for the Giants. You take your shots, you throw a little chicken wing, but you're a little more forgiving. But you would have to admit coming into the season that the Giants didn't have no shot of making the playoffs.
I think, well, like you said, I would say they had a slim shot because with the extra wild card, you get lucky, a few breaks here or there. You have not a great shot, but I think they felt like and Giants fans felt like they had a shot.
Yeah, but the Giants fans are starting to become Raiders/Cowboy fan.
You mean delusional?
Yes. Where every year is their year to have an opportunity to be in the postseason. And it doesn't shake out like that. It's, as much as Allen talks about the 49ers and the Super Bowl, the one thing we pretty much know, minus those 8 years where the 49ers didn't go to the playoffs, they're going to compete to be in the postseason. Even last year, people counted them out. They still made the postseason, even won a playoff game. But I say that to the fact of Giants fans are pretty delusional, minus the 3-year championship run, which is in 6 years, right? And then there's a few postseason runs here and there. They've had a long, outstanding time of not making the postseason.
Yeah.
Like many different years.
Yeah, the Giants had been here a long time before they won the World Series.
Of course.
And then I think, 3 and 5 will make you kind of delusional.
Yeah,
you start to feel like we're ordained, by the baseball gods to win this.
How many times have they made the playoffs since? Twice?
I
3
think
times?
since
Twice?
the last World Series?
Yeah.
Well,
because they got lucky with the Kapler.
2016 they got in, but they got knocked out by the Cubs.
Right.
And then the Kapler, I think it's twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Man. So basically in 10 years, you're 2 out of 10 since the 3 out of 5 run.
What, Alan Stiles? Y'all are killing me.
We stomp on your body when you're not here, Stiles. Just know that.
I think Alan has said, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said it on our show, when it comes to the Giants, I just don't care anymore. But it's amazing on social media, people like Bonte, and I know he does some stuff for the Giants on TV. A lot of Giants fans are still there, every game, and and then they give up 5 in the 7th, and they're like, at some point, how are you surprised?
You should be done. You should be done. Go ahead, Mr. Stiles. What would you like to say?
Alan.
No. For 2 minutes. I've been gone for 2 minutes, and I get in the car, okay? It's only a 15-minute drive, 13-minute drive, and y'all are talking crazy about the Giants. Crazy. I mean, this is insane. Delusional.
Yeah.
Not delusional, all right? We strive for greatness, and we deserve greatness. And at the top 8 brands, we will turn to greatness.
Alan, let me ask you something real fast because you are the Giant expert here. Just to fact check me and Whitey. Has it been only 2 years out of the last 10 the Giants have made the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. I don't count like that.
It's 2 or 3.
You know, we count rings. We don't count appearances.
But don't you have to appear first to even be eligible for a ring?
That is correct. So yeah, I mean, look, it's been a down year, but this is what the Giants needed. That's why I kept comparing them to the Kings. They needed to stop pretending like they were, the Adamas thing. They signed him because they were thirsty for somebody to just say yes, right? Yes, to come to Oracle Park and play. But there's a reason. Adamas, some people say he's a one-hit wonder. Devers, I don't really mind the Devers thing. They took a swing. He's Devers. He is who he is. And Matt Chapman, at the time they had Bob Melvin, and he had that connection. So Buster, he's had some misses, and he's had a couple of hits. It's just the hits have been singles, not home runs. But I'm glad y'all are talking like this because next season, whenever it is, when the Giants are back, not to sound delulu, but when the Giants are back, everybody can say, "Man, Allen was right. There was just real."
Did you hear
close.
Jay? He said next season
whenever.
Or
whenever. I heard that. He snuck that in there.
Speaking of the future, going to see Bo Davidson right now. Whitey got me his card, and I'm going to say, Bo, I need you to save this franchise. It's on your hands, Bo. So people like Whitey and Jay can't talk crazy. That's all
Alan, real fast.
That's all I got.
Before you go.
It's like
DC. Let me triple check. Who is your football team?
The Raiders.
Okay. Who might be your basketball team?
I got a couple.
Okay, just throw them in there. So what I'm saying is this. You sound like a delusional Raider and Cowboy fan. Every year is the next year. The difference is you guys, unlike the Raiders, I give you the Cowboy love. They go back years ago, but they had a three-peat within, 5 years or whatever it was, 4 years. That's how you guys sound at this point.
But here's the thing. I don't think that Giants fans are delusional. I think that I'm delusional. I don't know that all Giants fans are like this. I just know I'm like this, Jay.
Have a good time at the game tonight. Go get him.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, the future. I'm about to watch the future.
There you go. Next year or whenever. That's the Giants' rallying cry. We'll be back next year or whenever. And we'll be right back with Jerry Reynolds, Drive Guy, Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Nick Kurtz is starting to participate in range of motion and strengthening exercises as he recovers from a right thumb strain. Zach Geloff has also started range of motion exercises and will have stitches removed from his right knee laceration this week. Brent Rooker underwent successful left knee arthroscopic surgery last Friday and is expected to be ready for spring training come next year.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Thinking about heading to the mountains this weekend in a new Toyota truck?
Let's go!
Bringing the bikes?
Let's go!
Maybe towing the boat too?
Let's go!
All right, let's roll. Get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5 or get 2.99% APR on Tundra.
The time is now, let's go!
You heard the man. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with a premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Excludes Tundra TRD Pro and NSA326.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Look, didn't mean to pile on the Giants there in Allen's absence. It just kind of organically happened. But this is a big series for the River Cats. Allen's out there, of course, tonight. River Cats, Giants AAA team against the Dodgers AAA team. That's enough baseball for now. Nice enough to join us now. We appreciate his time. We in Vegas last week, we didn't get to catch up with him. So it's a treat to bring him back on, former Kings GM and coach and scout and broadcaster and probably a lot of other things. Jerry Reynolds, how are you today, Jerry? Oh, we have an issue there. We were not able to hear Jerry at all. Hey, there we are.
Hey.
Yeah. Hello, Jerry. We couldn't hear you, but I think we got you now. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to be able to hear you guys. I mean, you've been dishing out some pearls of wisdom. I wanted to be able to hear some more.
Well, we appreciate that. As you know better than we do, Summer League pretty meaningless. But that said, did anything stand out to you about? Well, let's just start with Darius Acuff. What stood out, if anything, about the way Darius Acuff played in Summer League?
Well, I think on the positive, I thought his showed a lot of creativity in his passing. I think once he gets with guys who can make shots and catch the ball better, his assist turnover ratio has a chance to be pretty good. So I like that part. I thought his effort on when he's on defense with a man in front of him, it's a good effort. I thought he, defensively away from the ball, he had the walkabouts a little bit, and but that's why you have coaches, and he's certainly athletic enough to be a average defender, I think, and it looks like to me, I was disappointed in a little bit, but then again, really none of the guards of the so-called top guys really had good stats in Vegas. They were all really unproductive if you really look at it, other than Braden Burries, the 10th pick, was he had solid numbers, and Malik Thomas, second round pick, he was by far the best of all the guards. So, I was going to say I don't make too much of it because I always remember Steph Curry in summer league, and you would have never thought. And he was 21 years old at the time, not 19. So there's that. So yeah, but overall, I was disappointed in the team because you had the veterans from last year, that had played a year and played a lot of key minutes, and I just didn't think they acquitted themselves very well.
Mm-hmm. How about the fact that Summer League is so unorganized? There's not practices. And I'm not, Jerry, I'm not looking to make excuses for Acuff. He doesn't need that from anybody. But can that make his off-the-ball defense look even worse? The fact that they really didn't have any team principles that they'd been working on defensively?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's one of the weak parts of the Summer League is that, they really don't get the time and so-called chance to develop as much as they should. In fact, that's always bugged me the last 10 years or so, how basically for most of the time, top guys go in there and play a couple of games and then they shut them down. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, if it's not for development, what good is it? Mm-hmm. I mean, people always worry about injuries, but injuries can happen when they're, back home playing in their old college building or something,
right.
So yeah, Summer League's Summer League. I don't think you want to make too much of it. I think Acuff's a guy that once he gets with better players, which the spacing will be better, the screening will be better. Guys that, like a Levine, if you hit him with an open shot where he's got an open shot, he's probably going to make it. Mm-hmm. Little things like that. And, and maybe even on the high screen rolls, which I was amazed how many high screens nobody rolled. And it's like Acuff come off the high screen roll and just get doubled.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and Sabonis, I think, will roll. So,
yep.
So it's that. I'm glad it's over. How's that?
Yeah, me too.
Coach, is there anything going into Summer League that someone like yourself, cut from your cloth, that you'd be looking for as a coach or a scout? Is there anything that you go into Summer League to see, like, I'm looking for this one thing?
I do think especially a top draft or top player, I think you want to see, does he really want to play? And does he love the game? Because we always assume everybody does, but I've come to find out that not everybody does. and because if in fact, he's kind of the gym rat kind of guy, you almost know they'll get better. Mm-hmm. And I did like, he does seem like a guy that's not pointing fingers everywhere but himself. I like that a lot. It speaks well that, he's aware of, I didn't do this very well and I didn't do that very well. I always say you can't solve a problem if you can't admit you got one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I would think, Coach, and Jerry Reynolds nice enough to join us, it would be terrifying as a member of an organization, whether you're a coach or scout or whatever, a member of ownership, you draft a guy, and then once he starts showing up and coming to camp, whatever, you realize, oh, he doesn't really like basketball that much. That must be absolutely terrifying.
Oh, it is. I mean, I saw it firsthand, as a coach, because I remember when Bill Russell drafted Purvis Ellison. Purvis had terrific talent. He just didn't really like to play basketball.
Oops. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he could really play, and had a double 20 and 10 year once his rookie contract ran out, so he could get another one with Washington. There's guys like that, or even really good players who will say basketball's number two to something else. But what you want is, like I say, those guys where basketball is it for me. Other than family. I mean, that's always another total thing. But I mean, to where I'm going to spend the time and then some to get better.
Mm-hmm. Coach, some people have had some concern about how Neat Clifford's summer league win in California Classic, and of course heading over to Vegas. What's your take on Neat Clifford's performance over the summer so far?
I was disappointed. I didn't think he really played as well as he did last summer.
Yeah,
and so I was expecting a lot more from him. I thought with all the Cardwell started off great and then kind of flamed out near the end, and Reno really didn't play the way I thought he could and will. I mean, don't want to dump on guys, over a few summer league games, but it'd also be foolish to say, boy, they were just exactly what you hoped for, because they weren't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why we have you on. We appreciate your honesty and your insight. Emmanuel Sharp had his moments when he was allowed, when the officials let them get physical. He really seemed to shine defensively. I don't know if he's a guy that can run point for you, but I would think overall the Kings had to be pleased with mostly what they saw from him.
Boy, I think so too. The guy's a tough buckaroo. He really is, and he can guard you, likes to guard you, fights over screens, and can make spots and can shoot. Mm-hmm. He's got the range. I really think they got a player. It's just like you want to pump the brakes a little bit, but I don't see any reason why he can't be a good player in the league. Mm-hmm. Now, I think he's an older player, and he's also played for a great coach. And so, he's used to being coached hard and all that. And so yeah, I think a real bright spot with Sharp, no question about that. So be anxious to see how it goes in preseason, things like that. Hey, by the way, though, I'm too bad Alan's not here because I was going to kind of point out something to him, and maybe you guys can pass it on. That the topic of a complementary talent.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about. Well, tell Alan when I come on the show and he's on the show, he is a complementary talent.
We recorded that, but that was recorded, so we will play that for him. We'll play him that.
Yeah, very important.
He still needs to learn a little bit about that.
Yes, he does. He's got to know his lane. He's got to get in his lane.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get him that message.
Joined by the legendary Jerry Reynolds. Coach, for me, it's kind of dead period in the NBA. I would imagine probably for most. Take me into what you guys now are looking for as a front office, organization. You're looking for your players. There's a lot of guys jumping into pro-ams and, like you said, practicing at their old colleges and things like that. Now, where are we situating as far as the Sacramento Kings? Where would you look to see the movement here?
Well, I would say it depends on their roster. Obviously, if they got a roster spot, they're still maybe looking for something. And I think patience would be called for because there'll be guys waived. You don't want to run out there and get the first guy that's waived, because as time you get to camp or even into the preseason, there may be somebody that comes available and you'd want to be in the spot to get them. And because there'll be some decent players waived, just always the way it is. So I think you're preparing for that. And I think you with the off time, even though it is off time, it's not a bad time to send coaches out to check on guys and kind of get them ready for camp, to get them working on a few things. Because certainly with summer league, you could certainly have a few things to take to them and remind them and see if they're spend a little time on their weaknesses, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Getting back to Acuff, one of the things that I felt watching him was he was such an elite shooter last year, and this year, I know you had said, I think on the Kings Herald, you'd said his shot selection was poor, which is somewhat alarming. But I think the larger point that you made, like when he's playing with better players, he's probably going to get better shots. And I think if shots are going in for him at some point, which they should, I think everything's going to look different for him and everything opens up for him. Is that maybe overly optimistic? I think that's the whole key for him. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the way I see it. I think he'll be better with better players because he was really defended well.
Yeah.
And of course there wasn't any reason they wouldn't really focus on him.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to be the case in the regular season. So he's going to be pretty much playing against one guy and that sort of thing. So I think it'll be easier for him to get shots because he's got with Murray and Sabonis and Levine, those guys. The reality is the teams will be focusing more on them than they will on Acuff initially. So I'd be surprised if it's not pretty smooth sailing. And like I say, Sabonis will set a screen for him, and he might even roll to the basket. So, yeah, he could do it. I've seen him do it.
Coach, I don't know if you were listening a little earlier. I'm going to jump off the beaten path here because I know you'll come to his defense. Whitey had a top 99 or top 100 shooters of all time list from Bleacher Report, and they had Larry Bird at 4?
I think they had him at 6. Asia was 11.
That's right.
Steph Curry was number 1. Yeah.
And I told the fellas, Steph was 1, 2. You remember who 2 and 3 were?
Reggie Miller was
and Ray
2.
Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said Larry Bird's a top 5 shooter of all time, and I think we all agreed on that. But just so Allen can hear and his family over at Bleacher Report, what in the heck are they thinking that Larry Bird not a top 5 shooter of all time?
Yeah, it's one of those things where so much of it based on how many shots did they shoot in 3? Well, those times they didn't shoot a lot, but I mean, yeah, I'd say Larry's got to be higher because I mean he's one of the rare 50, 40, 90 guys, and he's did it several times. And I don't think, I don't know that Curry's ever done it, really. Maybe he has. But I'll be honest with you, I'd put Curry number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
And I'd, of course, I'll just say this. I can't necessarily speak for Larry, but I'll tell you what Larry'd say. Yeah, okay, Curry can be 1, but I'm damn sure 2. So, I guarantee you he ain't going to give Reggie as much as he loves coaching Reggie. He ain't giving Reggie this spot, I tell you that.
And Steve Nash is 7th on this particular list. Crazy. We had a conversation about him. And I think there's some people, I know some people don't even remember when he played, but I don't think he got as much credit as he should have for what a good shooter he was, Jerry. What do you think?
No, he didn't. I mean, he was a great shooter and a very selective shooter. No, he really should be high up there. I don't know, with that whole thing. It's so dingleberry list.
Yes.
I mean, it makes no sense at all. But I mean, how do you do it? I mean, it's like Kevin Martin really wasn't a great shooter. He was a great scorer.
Uh-huh.
I always said if you just really look at give a guy 100 open shots, Francisco Garcia without shooting.
Really? Mm. Wow.
Yeah, but he couldn't get the shots as well. But that's the thing with a guy like Kyle Korver or Dale Ellis. Those guys, they're great shooters. They couldn't always get them open.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't, especially, so that has a lot to do with it. But I don't have any real problem with the list because all the guys are great shooters. But is Peja better than Steve Nash? Is Mark Price better than Mitch Richmond? And you can play the game all day. I don't know how you would compile a list, truthfully. But I think that at the top there with Ray Allen and Curry and Clay and Bird and Korver and I have no problem with any of that. They're all great shooters, and I'm sure that I always say maybe it's different time, different game, but hey, downtown Freddie Brown, if in fact they play the game, and I think I heard you guys talk about Pete Maravich shot 67%. I'll tell you a secret. He might have shot 50% if they actually did shoot a lot of them.
He
had a lot of twos that he shot that were threes. I'll tell you that.
That's Bleacher Report, the list of the 99 greatest shooters. Jerry Reynolds, nice enough to join us. As far as the top four in Summer League, Jerry, getting back to the Summer League, DeBonsa and my guy Peterson and Boozer and Caleb Wilson, boy, they look like they're pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And now I still say I think Peterson disappointed me. The thing about him, he looks so good.
Yeah.
But he didn't. His numbers aren't that good, when you're shooting wise. But I think that's the thing about him. You just watch him, you think, boy, that guy's really going to be good.
Yes.
But I think if they held it over Caleb Wilson, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It'd be hard not to take him. DeBanza was terrific. Certainly, Boozer was just like everybody thought, just as solid. Can't go wrong. You're going to love probably having him on your team for 15 years. But Wilson, he's one of those guys, a little bit of Dominique Wilkins or something. He just kind of takes your breath.
Yeah. The thing I like about Boozer, and I know you made this point already, they had 7 games? He played in all of them. That's great.
Yeah. And played minutes, and he's such a complete player. I think he's just one of those guys that could certainly be a several-time All-Star, but there's no way he's not going to be, and can be a real valuable player on a big-time winner. He's just too skilled not to be.
Coach, for my throwback question of the week, got to see Coach Woody multiple times in the arena, outside the arena. And got to say hi to him multiple times, and the family and everything else. He had his beautiful family around him. But I don't remember Mike Woodson as a player. Can you give me some information on Coach Woody?
Yeah, he was a real true prototype two guard, the shooting guard. He really, of course, a typical Indiana player at that time, really knew how to move without the ball, use screens, excellent shooter. Solid defender. I'm trying to think of a modern player that's, he was kind of a Bogdan Bogdanovic, only better, I think, in his time. But a guy that really was fundamentally sound, and like I say, just used screens so well, very, very smart, and moved without the ball, didn't over dribble. And the thing I always admired about Mike, that year we were together, he played on a bad knee. He played hurt all the second half of the year during a chance for the playoffs, which they made. And pro's pro, absolute pro's pro, a good, ultimate basketball guy. One of those guys that, we'd talked earlier about a little bit. He's one of those guys that really basketball was very important to him, and he put in the time, and he got better, and he had a terrific career. Probably had a better career than his talent, which is what you really want to see in guys. I think is like whatever they achieve, you'd like to say, well, boy, they got everything out of it that was there, and I think Woody did.
If we could, one more, Jared, speaking of players like that, I want to ask you about one King in particular, and he's not going to have the career probably anything close to Mike Woodson, but he plays so hard. He's been with Toronto a couple of years, Summer League this year with the Kings. He might be a little smaller than you'd like ideally, maybe doesn't shoot the ball as well as you'd like, but he plays so hard. What do you think of Jonathan Mobo?
I think he's got a chance. Boy, I do. Like you say, boy, he plays hard. And he's athletic, and he's got a lot of courage. He really one of those guys that sticks his nose in there, and he'll stick your nose in there. and I just think, with a team like the Kings that really. I mean, they can't. It ain't like they can get too athletic, can they?
That's not a problem. Yeah,
that's not a problem. So yeah, I think the last chapter hasn't been written on him. I really do. I don't know just exactly where you put him, but I think he's a nice find.
He gives you your money's worth as a fan, huh? Because you know you're getting his very best.
Yeah. I mean, that sometimes with teams that aren't elite, you really got to find your guys to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Find your stars, find your guys to follow. Just like with any sport, baseball team. I mean, it's like Allen, finding something bright to think about the Giants and everything.
It's not easy, but we will definitely make sure he gets your message, Jaron. We appreciate you sending that out.
No, it's really important. I mean, he's made a lot of progress, and certainly I know you guys are working with him. I'll help out when I can.
Nice. Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you. Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. The one, the only, Jerry Reynolds. How about that? I guess he heard us talking about that list. That's the type of thing I think if you're Jerry Reynolds or someone of his ilk, and there aren't a lot, but, Basketball Lifer, you'd probably hear a list like that and go, what in the world are they talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I think we all, and I always kind of compare it to music. I've told music artists and working with them for years, there's always going to be fans who love you because of who you are, and they're just a fan of you. There's always going to be people who dislike you because of where you come from, or they just don't like your style, right? And as an artist, you can't take that personal. You're going to hit and miss. Hence why they have 150 different genres of music or whatever the case may be. But I say that in the form of when you got guys like Jerry Reynolds, who feels like at this point seen just about as much basketball as probably anyone wants to see. And I think, the legend to tell you that, to hear lists like this, and you see people all the time on social network, we see legends and stuff like that, they just kind of like brush it off. Like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Because as Jerry said, there are people who are pure shooters that for whatever reason we forgot, or just they're never amplified to, get the praise that they should.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think the approach is kind of what I heard Jerry saying is, that's cute and all, but you actually can't do that. What you're trying to do, that doesn't really add up.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, nice try. When we come back, what's cooking? I'll tell you, a trend that is killing football as we know it and love it. That's what's cooking next. With the Drive Guys, it's Jay and Whitey, Sactown Sports.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports. To keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So, hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates.
When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust.
Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years.
And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Order up, Sacramento.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool. The dinner bell rang, and it's time to find out what's on the menu.
Lunch? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Lunch is for wimps.
So fire up the grill and crank up the burners, because it's time to find out what's cooking on the Drive Guys.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
Here's Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles.
I'll have what she's having.
It's not really cooking, but I can tell you for dessert tonight, as you know, Jay, Thursday, ice cream.
Oh, what flavor?
Don't know.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
I think it's one of 3. I'll take a guess. Chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
Mint chip. I had another one. I was like, that might be too exotic.
I don't know.
I'll throw this one out there. Rocky Road.
My mom's favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Mrs. Gleason like Rocky Road?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
And I'm not a fan at all. My mom loved it.
I'm over it.
But we've been having Klondike bars too. I don't know what's in the in the ice box.
Yeah.
It might be, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
So
those are good.
Minus Thursday. You don't eat ice cream outside of Thursday.
You know, when we got back from Las Vegas, you're back from Las Vegas, we should have some ice cream. So it happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not so much never on any other night, but it's always on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a trend cooking in the NFL that I think it's separating us from something that is essential to football as we know and love it. I'm talking about, should have asked Jerry about this. Jerry Reynolds, big Chiefs fan. The Chiefs unveiled yesterday their renderings for their new stadium in Kansas City. It's supposed to open in 2031. And look, I know that this horse has left the barn. There's no way of going back. But this new stadium is a $3 billion fully enclosed dome that will feature a ceiling of translucent ethylene tetrafluoroethylene panels.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, Jay, there's something about football being in the elements that is essential to football. Now, I know when you have like the Astrodome, it was because it was so hot, they had to have the Astrodome, and then the Oilers played, and that was the stadium they played in. But I was just thinking of this. When you had a team like the Rams, and they have a new stadium in SoFi, and I haven't been there, you've been there, right?
I'm not.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know it's a beautiful stadium, but why do you need a dome in Los Angeles? You know, I get it. It's to make money, and I understand that. But there is something great about going to a football game and being outdoors, even if the weather isn't great. And so you put everything indoors, and something is lost. The Chiefs playing indoors. Good for them. 70,000 seats, and It's going to be built with the intention of amplifying crowd noise, but something is lost, Jay. Something that to me is essential to football. The element.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not. I guess I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here for you, Whitey. I'm just pull back the cover and get straight to it. I think guys make too much money, and there's too much money on the line now.
Sure.
Versus, and I hate to be like this because it doesn't detour that the fact that guys should have been paid a lot more. You know, economy's different in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And 90s even so much. But I think guys making, you know, when you're talking about people who making $300 million on the books.
I understand that.
I think you have to protect them a little bit more. I would say this. I'm with you in the L.A. version of it. Like SoFi, you're making a spectacle.
SoFi has a dome
right?
and Buffalo doesn't.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think people see that as an advantage. You're like, oh, you come to Buffalo and you come here in December. Yeah, it's going to be freezing. We're going to take advantage of that. It's kind of part of their DNA, their personality, right? Where LA's kind of got that, you know, you come, it's sun, it's vibes, it's beach, it's cool.
Right.
SoFi, it's the Forum, the old Hollywood Park. You know, now, of course, across the street, you got the new the Intuit Dome or whatever it's called. So I think that it's kind of part of the personality. If I'm not mistaken, though, it freezes in Missouri. Which now it's going to be in Kansas, like 2 miles across the border, right?
Well, they had that playoff game a couple years ago. That was I think it was
cold as ever,
Peacock
almost.
Game,
yeah,
and Mahomes' helmet broke.
Right.
It was so cold his helmet broke.
It's super cold.
Yeah.
So maybe the Hunt family's like, nah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And now it's in Kansas, which is like 2 miles away from where the old stadium's old Arrowhead's going to be.
But I think going to a game, and I don't go to a lot of NFL games. I've been to some, but, you know, in the press box it's different. But that's part of the deal is you go and you're ready for the elements. But also, pro football is a TV show.
Yes.
And it's a more watchable show when they're playing in the snow or the mud or something. And now with this, everybody's like, oh, they're pretty much the same. I know there's no going back, and I understand, like you say, Jay, there are safety reasons involved. But to me, something essential to what football is lost if you have more and more teams playing in a sterile dome. Think, Denver, Mile High.
Put it in the dome?
No, don't. Leave it out.
Put it in a dome.
When Minnesota, when they got the dome, it was like, okay, I get it, but really? Because they used to have to come out and thaw out the field.
Right.
That was part of the game.
Why can't we, and I'm feeling you. Now, here goes the non-devil advocate part of me, is I would prefer if you had something where you could be retractable. Put half on, do something of that nature, because it could play into your benefits of, Kansas City. Let's just say Miami's coming to Kansas City. Well, you want to lean on the cold a little bit.
Right.
Pull that roof back off.
Yeah.
Let's get them boys down in Florida blood a little colder than normal. Get them a little stiffer and not loose as they normally operate. So I'm with you. I'm with you with it.
Yeah. There's no going back though.
No,
but you reminded me of the most amazing thing I've ever seen related to a football stadium. It's being down there in Glendale. And we were down there for spring training a few years ago. It was for this station, I think. And we saw the Final Four. They were having practice there at the stadium, Phoenix Stadium. And so we went outside and we saw the field that is on a track.
Connected to it, yeah.
Yeah. So the field was outside because it's the grass. Then they bring it in. That's incredible.
That's credible.
That's like a James Bond movie or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Have you ever sat down? Probably not, because who cares about soccer for the most part, minus the World Cup and the Sac Republic. But have you ever paid attention to some of the technology that, the Premier League and teams like that utilize over there when it comes to field? It is amazing. It truly is. And I learned a lot because I obviously working with Chris Verlau for a long time. But I mean, these cats over there,
I'll have to look into that.
Technically savvy when it comes to the field and how they grow the grass, water, air condition it, how they lay it. Like, it's crazy.
Wow. Well,
some of those type of ways that go about it.
I know connecting the soccer with football, I know the NFL players was a 90-something% of them, 92% that were polled said, oh, we want grass fields. Now that World Cup, they put grass in, leave the grass in. I don't even think that's non-negotiable.
I'm with you.
Because player safety is involved. I don't know how the players can't just make that happen. I understand the artificial turf is cheaper, but
budget.
NFL players should be playing on grass if they want to play on grass.
I'm with you. I mean, I think it comes back to the full circle. It's the budget part of it, right? That's why I started saying I think a lot of times we look at this, and as much as, first of all, it is a spectacle to have a SoFi stadium. It is a spectacle to have, some of these stadiums that a lot of these football teams, the Star and everything else. So that's part of it, AT&T and Dallas. You want to have the biggest, the best, the shiniest, that type of thing. You want to have that badge. But then I also think they have to take into consideration the money that they pay these players and protecting them. And so vice versa, I would think, they're looking at it budget friendly. You talked about having to take the grass out and move it and water it and put it in the sun and take it in the shade. Now we're talking about every day we got to cut out a patch and put this patch in it. Some of these owners, I don't know if they want to pay that type of money.
Maybe it's because of the vast numbers of players, but the players' union in football is probably the weakest.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Because you think the union will be able to take care of that.
Oh, man, I've seen school teacher unions better than the NFL. NFL union is horrific in many different ways.
When we come, that's what's cooking. When we come back, who's going to have a bigger impact on the upcoming season, LeBron or Aaron Donald? And we'll wrap things up. Drive Guys next, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in L.A., red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after 4162 dealer discount and 11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th is net savings. Sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard. October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, $1 million hole-in-one, a skins game, a celebrity draft party, and a concert featuring the Cripple Creek Band. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, First Tee of Sacramento, Rancho Murrieta Youth Sports, and other worthwhile children's charities. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murrieta. Come join the fun, raise money for charity, and play golf with a celebrity like Barnes, Fernandez, Jackson, Lloyd, Merriweather, Ostertag, Polanese, Sharp, Schumann, or our own Greg Vaughn. Golf and concert sponsorship are still available at goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org. The Gold Rush Classic is sponsored by Guzetta Jewelers, Roseville's premier jewelry store. They've got you covered for any occasion.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
How come LeBron hasn't signed with anybody yet? Well, some people around the league think LeBron could be waiting to see if one of the teams that he's interested in signing with is able to get Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving. This is according to Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer. It says LeBron waiting for Cavaliers to trade for Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving. That might be why he's slow playing this. Maybe he's specifically waiting to see if the Cavs can get one of those players. Maybe he looks around at the teams that are candidates and says, I don't know. I mean, there's upside with all these teams, but there's also some downside here. So, of course, Davis and LeBron, teammates on the Lakers from 2019-20 to 24-25. Future Hall of Famers led the Lakers to the 2020 championship. That was in the bubble. It does not count. Right, Jay?
Definitely.
The COVID bubble championship. It's not an actual championship.
Asterisk.
Yes, at the very least. LeBron and AD also have the same agent, as Yahoo points out. So we've got that going on at the same time. We've got people still wondering whether Aaron Donald will join the Rams this year. Here's what Coach Sean McVay says about that. He says, Aaron Donald, what he is going to do is he's thinking about this. He's going to go through his process. And the one thing about Aaron Donald is what he does it full speed ahead, end quote. Most people interpret that this way. Aaron Donald is seriously considering coming back. He wants to see if he can get into game shape or any kind of shape, NFL player shape before he decides. But it looks like he's seriously considering it. So what would be your best guess, Jay? Which of those players, assuming they both come back, who has the biggest impact on their season next year? LeBron, wherever he goes, or Aaron Donald? I would think LeBron's the obvious answer, but I think Aaron Donald, if he's still Aaron Donald, I mean, that team's probably going to win a Super Bowl. So I think it might be Aaron Donald.
And let me just make sure I had the question right. Help his or
who's going to have a
the
bigger
league?
impact on the outcome? Is Aaron Donald going to help the Rams more, or is LeBron going to help whoever he goes to more?
For me, is LeBron. Yeah. I just think he's too much of a star, and he impacts everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, everything. You name it when it comes to the team and organization, how they move, what they think. It's LeBron. I would say this. I've always thought Aaron Donald was coming back. I just been kind of waiting on him to come through the door anyway. When people retire, Whitey, they retire, right? He's always retired, and he's always been doing extra stuff on the back end to not be fully retired.
Right.
He's been working out. People have offered him television things and stuff. Yeah, and he's like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. And we've even seen where like his wife has said he still gets up and he's working out like he's going to, he still works out for like he's working out in the NFL and stuff like that. So I've always thought it. I think on the field, Myles Garrett, to me, kind of shades him a little bit. It'd be different if they didn't have Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
I mean, Jared
yeah.
Verse is a baller too, so I could probably say the same thing. But Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, by far the best defensive lineman in the league. I think I would almost say Aaron Donald would work off of what Myles Garrett is doing.
Well, I agree with that. That's why I think of the two, I think Aaron Donald has more impact, but only because of what's already there. Yeah, because I think that could be. I mean, they could just wreck offensive lines.
They could.
Yeah.
Hopefully ain't the Niners.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that Aaron Donald's better than LeBron.
No.
Wherever he goes, there's going to be some real challenges. It's going to be hard wherever he goes to win a championship. Whereas Aaron Donald, I mean, that team, they're one of the teams most likely to win a championship even without him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's a little difficult because we don't know where LeBron is going to settle right now.
Yeah.
But I just think LeBron affects everything. I mean, the way you walk, the way you talk, and people say that. And I'm not saying Aaron Donald doesn't, but I do think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get it. Aaron Donald's a great player, but LeBron is LeBron.
He's stratosphere, right?
Yeah. You didn't comment on my idea earlier in the show to have LeBron and AD and Kyrie all come here.
Nah, don't worry about that.
All right.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that to your friend, Coach Christie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I will get on the phone on the drive home and say, hey, there may or not be some whispers.
Yeah.
Sources tell me.
You guys thought of this? Here's an idea. Oh, he'd love that, wouldn't he?
Oh, I would hope so, because it'd probably be a lot easier for him to coach.
Yes, and that's all I'm thinking of. That's my only
You're looking
concern.
out for people.
Mm-hmm. How do the 49ers, speaking of the Rams, how did the 49ers improve on last year? Because they're going to have to. Last year, a lot of injuries. They had the weak schedule. I thought it was very interesting. We had Vic Tafur on, and I asked him, look, the pass rush was bad last year. You get healthier pass rushers. Everyone's healthy. The pass rushes improve. How in the world is the running attack better this year, Jay? And that's key to their success, and I'm not sure what the answer is.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we kind of want it to be D-line. We want to make sure the O-line is there. I think we all talk about injuries. You talked about Brock Purdy yesterday and holding on to the rock a little bit better. I mean, all of those things probably play a part in it. But I'm with you. I don't know exactly how this team is going to look better beside the fact of keeping guys on the field. Unfortunately, Whitey, that's just kind of been the thing that we talk about when it comes to the 49ers over the Shanahan regime, right? It's keep the guys on the field, and when they're on the field, they do pretty well. So I'll just say that. Injuries, which are unpreventable for this team for sure.
I think Stribling's going to be really good, maybe only because I hope he is. I think he's going to be a good player.
Yeah. And
Mike Evans going to open up the passing game.
I think so, too. I think we got plenty of time to talk about it, but it's almost coming down to, like, Tricky Ricky P's going to have to be the number 2. He's going to have to go out there and show.
Yep.
And there's flashes.
That's exactly.
There's flashes.
Completely.
There's flashes.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's gone.
Yep.
There it is. Oh, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably going to have to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Come out here, be somebody's John Taylor.
It's going to be tough for him to be the number 2 on that team next year, I think.
Okay.
As long as he's productive, but that's going to be tough.
A great number 3 looks good.
Yeah. On the text line here from the 925, talking about the domes. Rain, snow, and cold all hurt the most skilled, not good. I understand that. I know that's why they like to play the Super Bowl in a neutral stadium or a warm weather stadium. But it's just part of football is who can overcome those elements.
Old slobber knockers.
Yeah. That's what's lost. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who cares. Anyway, thank you, Jay. Thanks to Law Murray for joining us today. You might want to check out his thoughts on the Kings rookie class on our YouTube channel. Also, Jerry Reynolds. Jerry Reynolds was excellent today, as always. But every so often, and today was one of those days, Jerry takes it to the next level. And, of course, Vic Tafur as well. Alan is back with us tomorrow. And we got golf to go coming up. Speaking of golf, Monday, the Bobby Jackson tournament. And I think Alan and Matt George are both in it. So that'll be the kind of mind games going on there as they get ready for their big, head-to-head duel.
Where you at? You didn't get in?
I did not get an invitation this year. Besides, I'm working. kind of old school. Oh, you want to play golf? Well, I actually have a job and I'm working. Oh, come on. That's not the way people look at it anymore. Anyway, Golf to Go is next. We're back with you tomorrow. Thanks for listening to Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock.